We are back. Welcome to the Coffee Stand Podcast, guys. A spin-off show. Three's a party with my boys, the MMA guys. 0 wins. Terry, no chin, Brown.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Nermic, get off.
Standing at a staggering 6'2.5" inches.
Wow.
In the heavyweight class.
Wow.
So he is my protector, guardian of my galaxy. Jeez, guys, you think he owns the podcast? Neil, Adam, we're live, by the way. Three's a party. Boom! Now we're live. What's happening, guys? And welcome to Three's a Party podcast. Things are looking a bit different. It's because I got a bald person on my right and not my left this time. And this dude just looks, making us all look ugly. So he's beautiful, this guy's. A bit different. I'm welcoming some new guests. I'm bringing the Ducky. What's happening? And the new MMA guy. No, we haven't got rid of Terry. He probably knows a bit more than Terry, though. Just filling in Mr. Matthew Turner? Adam Turner. Matthew Turner. I'm looking at the screen, that's why, and you're backwards on the screen. I'm getting all panicky. We're here for UFC 272. Thank you for joining me, boys.
No worries, thanks for having us.
You probably remember these guys. This one turned up in a, what did you wear?
A blue gi.
A gi, that was it. A gi to the 12 Hour Live podcast.
Mm.
And if you haven't seen the 12 Hour Live podcast, then you should go and see the 12 Hour Live podcast. We had a 2-hour chat, right?
Yep.
You guys filled some time for me.
Yeah, we did.
We
I
had a
can
2-hour
talk shit
chat.
for a while.
Both do BJJ. Let's just fill on your background,
Mhm.
just in case people haven't seen the 12 Hour.
Yeah.
Give me your background.
I did. Well, as a kid, I did a bit of taekwondo. You know what you do when you're a kid. You try a bit of martial arts. Then you usually fall out of sports. Then just did a bit of jiu-jitsu. Started in 2017. Competed in Euros in 2019. Got smashed. And then COVID sort of came along. And after that, started doing a little bit of Thai boxing and stuff, which is pretty much what Adam had been doing even beforehand, hadn't you? So
keep it in the family. What's your background then, if people haven't watched the 12 Hour?
Okay, so we started doing BJJ together 2017. I didn't even know it was 2017, but
No,
when you said
so
that, I
fast.
was like 5 years ago.
Mm.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
we've lost 2 years though, mate. Like,
Yeah.
literally, it's gone boom. Oh,
Yeah.
2022.
It's the blur, innit?
Then I wanted to do some striking, and the place that we were at didn't really, well, no, they didn't offer it. It was just grappling, and I thought, well, I want to be able to use everything to defend myself. So then I found an MMA gym near the Fight Hub, which is now Immortal Combat Academy, and then started going there, doing BJJ, no-gi, Thai boxing, and MMA wrestling, all in the same place, and then had a couple charity fights, and here I am.
So that Mortal, that's run by the same dude that used to run the Fight Hub,
Yeah,
right?
Reece Jones.
Reece Jones, big shout out to Reece Jones, Immortal MMA. I do follow him and stuff like that on the Instagrammage. He's doing big things actually, isn't he? His
Yeah, he
gym's
grows a
nice, and he's always out fighting, right? Is it professional fights or are they always charity fights? Because you've just done charity fights, haven't you?
Yeah, he's done. I think he's had about 8 amateur fights, and now because he's like a brown belt, nearly black belt, he's probably struggling to get amateur matchups because they're like,
no one wants to
oh,
fight him.
want to
Nah.
fight this guy? He's got a brown belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got his. I think he's got his K1 debut at
It's a
the
bit
end
like
of
you
this
going to the
month.
charity matches all the time.
Yeah, since I think last
And
time
keep
I was on
whooping
here,
people.
I was like, oh, scared to fight again, but I did one since.
Yeah, you
that
were,
one.
because you knocked that dude out your first ever one,
Yeah.
didn't you? And then didn't fight for a while.
Yeah, then lost.
So you were a bit like, oh, you
Yeah.
lost, yeah.
Then I lost, but
Yeah.
then I was like, ooh. So it's kind of a big thing to get back in there after.
But you
I
had the
lost,
itch
but I
though,
did.
right? You had the
Yeah,
itch.
yeah, definitely. For a while, I was like, nah, I don't want to do that again. And then I was like, but you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you could do this better. And then, like, obviously, when I did the first 2 fights, I trained for 8 weeks, stopped. Trained for 8 weeks, stopped, and then I just trained. So I hadn't actually trained like for myself, just to. The only times I trained was
For a
when I was
fight, like a
training for
camp.
fight.
So you only ever
So
been in camp?
so
been
I'd never ever done it just like over a long period of time just to get better at it, and then I did it for about a year, and then I had my next.
You
fight.
you find out with a lot of boxers and stuff though. Like the boxers that I used to deal with when I was involved in it and stuff was they were in it for their camp, and out of their camp they weren't, and that was
Yeah.
their issue.
Yeah. You want to be on it all the
Full time.
Don't you?
Yeah.
It's the consistency of like it's incremental progress, but it's if you get a bit of incremental progress and then stop, you will lose that.
Yeah.
Through COVID and that, like, I've got a blue belt, but through COVID and that, I honestly feel like a 2-stroke white belt at a push because I've been so inconsistent and stuff. It's you do need to keep it up.
We're doing a white belt tournament next month.
Yeah.
All the white belts, 80 minus 80 kg and 80 kg plus division.
Yeah.
So luckily I'm like 83, right?
Yeah.
So I can just cut like to like
Oh,
79
yeah.
and then be the biggest in the little division and hopefully win.
Yeah.
The prize is a blue belt, apparently.
Well, you saying that about weight cutting? This fight that's just about to start, he's dropped divisions, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So Kevin Holland's dropped to 170, right? And he normally fights
185. Yeah.
How do you think he's going to go?
I don't know. You know, he's quite crazy. He's a bit of a striker, but I've not watched loads of his fights. I've watched him since he's like been more in the spotlight.
Well, he's been saying now he's messed during COVID. He just kept messing around.
Yeah,
he wasn't taking it seriously. He didn't take it seriously. He was in the UFC. He kept talking, didn't he? Every time he lost, he was always just shit talking. And the fight's like, it's funny and it's entertaining, but he's built himself up.
Yeah.
Now he's like, I've now got a following. I now need to fight. And he's actually, it's nice that he's recognised that I actually need to now show my fighting skill.
Yeah. It's all right to talk the talk, it, but like this is a sport of walking the walk.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And it's you can't get in there if you're not really fully prepared because the person on the other side of the ring's ready for it, and you want them to be as well.
Yeah, you can only start faffing around when you're like McGregor and you've made enough money. You can only start getting beaten up and faffing around then. So this Brazilian cowboy, he's like proper legendary, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. They were saying he was.
But I've never seen him fight, and I know I've only watched UFC since like 2014, but.
Yeah, he's watched. Not watched. He's been in it for a while. Apparently, I've watched a couple of his fights.
Because I started late. It is a good hat, yeah.
Pretty sure he's a black belt.
I started late because I'm a McGregor dick rider. That's why I am.
Yeah, that's all
2014, like that's how I found MMA. I was like, what even is UFC?
Yeah. It's mad. Like years and years ago, when we were in our first gymnastics team, it was like. It was they were into UFC, like the coach was and stuff like that. But we never really were old enough to like watch it. It wasn't that big back then either. Do you know what I mean? So you got to be fair, give props to McGregor in a way because that's why we started going jiu-jitsu. Well,
I ended up, yeah. That's that. Everyone forgets that about him. One, now they forget also that he's made loads of money, but he's just gonna make a bit more and a bit more and a bit more, and he doesn't care about his fighting career. Yeah. And then also. They forget what he's done for the sport.
Yeah.
How many people did he bring over that weren't casuals? I'm still a casual, even though I watch it every weekend. I'm still a casual.
Yeah.
But I pay my BT subscription, so I pay for their wages. Like
yeah.
Like how many fans were there? I think it's like isn't like tenfold. It's gone up just because of casuals.
Money has just increased since Conor. Yeah, so everyone should be basically saying thanks for getting paid for him.
For bringing him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the boys hate it. They don't tell me because I love him. I do.
Really?
Yeah,
I actually love him.
I do love him. And then I had a stage where I was like, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I had his Khabib stage where it was like racism and it was stuff like that, and it's like, come on, now you're not. It's not funny. It's not money making. It is money making because look what he did. Look what he did for Khabib. And I'm sorry what you can say. Khabib was not known, even though he was like 9-0 or whatever.
Now he's got 33 million followers on Instagram. Only 10 mil behind Conor.
Really? Yeah.
But when he was he was winning. He was doing the right things in the fight game, but the casuals who pay the money, didn't know who he was until that.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like that. I'm a bit of like,
but
I'm not sure about like the shit talking all the time. Yeah, like,
it went too far.
There's just a line.
There is a line. I mean,
which is now what Khabib happened with Conor. Then Khabib showing this like respectfulness. Has now brought the tone down again because no one dares be it because they're like, oh, I'm that idiot now. So it'll be another few years and there'll be another Conor.
And then, well, I don't know. Colby seems to like it quite a lot. Colby shit talks. But I saw an Instagram post of him like. A fan asked him for some advice, and he was proper humble, down to earth. He wasn't shit talking. He was like, "You've got to make this your life."
I like Colby as a fighter. I think he's going to win tonight. Yeah. I reckon he's going to win tonight on a technical aspect. Mm-hmm. And I don't think people who say Masvidal could knock him out. Usman didn't knock him out, so he's got a chin.
Yeah. I like Masvidal, I really do, but sometimes he seems like he is just waiting to land that knockout. And like they say, like if that goes to the judges, you don't want to leave it up to the judges. And I do think the way that Colby stood up with Usman, that surprised the fuck out of
Yeah,
me.
everyone thinks that George has got the edge in striking. I think he has, like, by like a bit. But if you watch him when he fought Usman, his striking he's got the edge, but it's closer than people think.
Yeah.
I think.
But then I was going to go with that is I don't like Colby because of the way he approached the
Yeah.
first Usman fight when he was being racist.
Oh,
was it?
right. Was he really that bad?
Yeah, and then Usman turned up to the weigh-in with all like tribal makeup on to wind him up even more. And it was like backhanded racism. Like he
Yeah,
would
I
come
know
with
what you
a
mean.
Make America
The
Great
MAGA
hat
stuff,
again and like
yeah.
I'm a real American and blah blah blah. And
Right.
it's like, oh, what are you trying to say then? What are you trying to
Yeah.
say?
He came
I
like
see.
the patriotic American hardworking people against the Usman, like the people that have emigrated to the country. It's kind of sold
Which is
the fight
ironic
that way.
considering the whole.
Yeah, same
of,
again.
like,
Sold the
America.
fight, but
Yeah.
it's like got that borderline McGregor,
Mm.
Khabib.
Yeah,
Like, come on,
yeah.
too far.
Yeah.
Because
Start
then I don't like him now, but I still think he's gonna
Yeah.
win tonight. I don't really like. I don't really like Masvidal, to be honest.
Oh, I
But-
quite like Masvidal. I think I remember watching, like, when I said about when we were in gymnastics years ago. I think I remember watching the Kimbo Slice stuff, the backyard beef. So
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
know
yeah, all the
whether
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd even
And
seen him back
and bum
then.
fights.
Bum fights. What?
Did you ever watch bum fights?
Nah.
And they used to pay the homeless guys to fight each other. No,
That's shady, that.
I've heard of it.
that was like a first. You'd have been about 9, mate. You'd have been well young. Oh, I thought you'd have watched that, man. That was like when the internet was first about. Like,
Yeah.
they would pay them like and then make bump. No, oh, okay.
I think I know what you're on about, but I never watched it.
Have you not watched any of this card?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have. I wasn't gonna, but then my guest didn't turn up last night, so
Oh,
I
God.
couldn't.
Well, it's a good job we could step in.
I
then.
could. Just make Neil and Terry look really bad, like it's their fault.
no, that's
Yeah,
not
thanks
fair
guys.
on
Last minute, yeah, last minute.
That's not fair on them. We were meant to turn up yesterday and we couldn't, but we are today. So.
So yeah, I couldn't help myself. I wanted because social media just ruins it for you
Yeah.
otherwise, and you see all the
Yeah.
good bits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, that's when it's coming, or you're like, that person should be knocked out right now.
Oh.
Oh, that's ruined it.
Bunk. Yeah,
Um,
I'll flick it up sometimes by complete accident, forgetting I'm supposed to be staying off it. And sometimes it's the first image that loads, it's that hand in the air. And you're like, oh, you what? Can't watch the whole thing now.
So have you seen this one?
Yeah.
I
Good-
watched.
Good though.
Yeah.
So who have you got then? Because like I say, he's gone down a weight. Will he get tired? Is he gonna
Has
tire
he
out?
had a hard weight cut to get down
I
there?
don't know. He doesn't look like that jacked. Do you
That
know
was
what
a
I mean?
da-
I mean,
that was a
he's jacked,
nasty
but,
elbow.
like,
Mm.
he's quite slim for.
He ran straight onto that. Yeah, I've never seen this. The Oliveira. I thought it was what's the name? And I was like, how's he getting a title shot?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
I was like, what's going on here? I can't believe Joe Rogan's on a fight night.
Yeah, I think he wants to see Colby fight Masvidal. I
There's something
guess.
going on there as well, though, isn't there? Because do you listen to Brendan Sharp's
Some of
podcast?
it, yeah.
No,
So
nice catch. Nice catch.
yeah, Brendan Sharp's podcast. He was talking about that he can't wait for it to come out, but because he got dropped, didn't he, off the Joe Rogan got dropped off the
Yeah,
card.
yeah.
What card was it?
Oh,
The last one.
pay-per-view.
yeah.
And it was something to do with the Spotify stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
And he was saying, I can't wait for it to come out because you're going to love Dana White even more.
Oh, right, okay.
So he was like, I love Dana White anyway. He was like, but people who don't, you're going to love him even more for the reason why Joe Rogan wasn't there.
All right, fair play. Uncle Dana sorting him out.
So do you reckon he's just like, probably owes him a show and he's like, you need to come into the fight night?
Yeah, maybe.
Because wasn't this meant to be a pay-per-view?
I'm surprised it wasn't, to be fair. Like,
I'm not sure.
Masvidal, brings in some big numbers.
Yeah.
Well, the UFC are doing really well when they can have a fight night with Colby Compton and Masvidal on
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a fight night.
I honestly don't know how they're not all pay-per-views. I don't know how you can put these
Yeah.
fights on and not charge.
'Cause imagine how the BBC are how much the BBC are paying.
Yeah, oh, I guess so. And then the
ESPN,
BBC sell the advertising.
BT. Sorry. Oh,
Nice, wraps the leg up.
yeah. He's meant to be good at wrestling, right?
Mm.
Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
Not quite sure about that. If he wants like a single leg X or whatever.
So walking into this fight, who would you have had? MMA guy.
I wouldn't know enough about him, but I probably would have said Kevin Holland just because I think he's a lot younger and he's kind of like on the rise.
And he's come down in weight for
Yeah.
this, so potentially
Yeah.
he's bigger and stronger naturally. But then it's how much the weight cut
Ooh.
drains him, isn't it?
He just shrugged that right hand off and then gave him another one back. He said, I probably can't see now, but you're having one back. He seems to be diving in, Kevin Holland, though. He's just diving.
Heavy forward, heavy
Yeah.
on the forward foot.
But
Like I
he's
know
got like
anything
a
about
5-inch reach advantage.
You'd think he'd be able to stay more
Just stay out the
balanced and-
outside, yeah, and stop jumping in, getting
Yeah.
caught by elbows.
Depends how evasive the other guy is. That kick to the inside of the leg.
Yeah, he's done quite a few of them, hasn't he?
Mm.
At the beginning. Oh, he stroked his leg.
Kevin Holland was doing the little. Have you noticed how Dustin Poirier sometimes blocks? He keeps his left elbow real high.
Yeah.
It's like a Philly shell, but like with the elbow really high. He was doing that a bit earlier. I'm pretending I know things about fighting.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue, mate. So you're
Yeah.
you're higher than I am. Yeah, I just watch it. Absolute fan zone. That's all I am.
If I'm sparring, I generally like close my eyes and throw jabs when they come in and see if I hit them.
Mate, I remember the worst spar I had ever had was with Kelsey Ball.
Oh God.
Kelsey Ball, and I couldn't throw a shot back. I
No.
was just covering,
Yeah.
and he was like, hit me back, and I was just like, I can't. You're hitting me. How can I hit you back? And the ring just felt. It probably did smell like shit, but it felt so small.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Come on, hit me." And I'm like, oh, "Dude, I don't. I'm not putting my guard down because then you can hit me.
Yeah.
Not a chance."
It'll just counter you. He was pro at one point as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
He doesn't watch fighting at all now.
Not interested.
Boxing ruined him. I think it was the fact of the pressure of trying to sell tickets, being professional, but still having the pressure of selling tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was lucky. He had people like Neil Ansell
Yeah.
who would
Yeah.
sell like a coach for him and
Yeah,
stuff.
Neil always used to do a good job of like. Neil should be in events management, I swear. Like he loves putting a coach on, putting a limo on, getting
Yeah.
everyone ready.
But also, Cal's don't listen to this, so it's fine. He
Mm.
kept changing his team up when he got big fights.
Oh,
And
right.
I think that worried. Not his team, but he got 2 shots on Sky Sports, didn't he? And got knocked
Right.
out in the first round in the second one.
I
I think that was it, yeah.
Back take, little dumb.
Yeah, he got really rocked. He'd never really been rocked in his career.
Nice.
Oh.
Chokes in, put
And
the
they
arms
used to
in.
train. They used to train together. The guy that
They
knocked
did,
him
yeah.
out and,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah.
So he made it to the end of the round then. Got choked with one arm in, but managed to keep the thumbs up, saying, "Ref, I'm okay."
They were both unbeaten when they went into that fight, Kelsey and Ryan Kelly.
Yeah.
And then like,
It was for a title as well, though, wasn't it?
yeah,
It
like
was
I
a
think-
random title shot.
and then so Kelsey got beat in the first round, and then that Ryan Kelly then went on to lose twice back to back.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
mad.
It's a tough one, boxing.
But
isn't it? Like,
In
well,
my
any
eyes,
fight.
it was like me. I can only go. I don't know. You can go to when you were back doing gymnastics, or you even fighting. But he used to fight at Villa Park, and when you say Villa Park, it's not Villa Park. It's about as big as this garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's as big as a studio. To then walk out in a freezing cold, because it's never warm. Freezing cold NIA or NEC, wherever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, yeah.
Thousands of
Yeah.
people. The ring, the
different
room
stage,
just
isn't
it?
feels massive. The roof, you can't even see the
Yeah.
roof.
The
Like
adrenaline.
it's just completely different.
Yeah, the anxiety, the adrenaline, it's all got to play in.
Because I know you can say, when you always say, "Oh, someone's got a chin, they've got a chin." Anyone can be rocked if they're caught
Yeah.
properly. I got rocked doing cheerleading.
Yeah, yeah.
I got knocked out snoring,
Did
like
ya?
literally. And I've been hit before, and I've been fine. But I just had a spinning hip caught my chin, and just
Yeah.
put my chin down like being punched.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that. And just-
No way. Proper put you out.
I was like on the floor, yeah, snoring. And I'm thinking, well, I never want to get hit again because if I got a glass chin like that, I don't want to be hit by anyone.
Everyone's now trying to throw like spinning hips.
Oof.
Knocked him down, comes in, just hammer fisted him on the
Oh,
head.
He just came out with different energy in that second
Yeah,
round.
that's
Like,
brutal. Can he get out of there at the bottom position because he's been pasted and pasted? No,
oh, it's over.
fair play.
Wow. Problem is, though, there's 2 old dudes on the card. Not old dudes, but Barbosa's 36,
Yeah.
isn't
That
He's
guy's got
got
some
some knockouts.
experience.
he? Yes, yeah, but
Yeah. See, I wasn't sure if this was like Bryce Mitchell getting fed to the wolves a little bit. I don't know. I've not heard of Bryce Mitchell. I've obviously heard of Edson Barbosa. But
who's he fighting?
have I got the fights the wrong way around?
Yeah, you have.
That is right.
Edson and Bryce fought each other.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
See, I wasn't sure if it was like Edson with all that experience, and then Bryce Mitchell, like a bit younger, maybe hasn't had the experience. Trains. I don't know if you've seen his setup. He does have a trailer. He lives in a trailer, I think. Grows his veg. He's got chickens, and he's got starting himself a little farm. But where he stores his tractors, in the corner of where he stores his tractors, is where his mats are to train on. It's like
But that's another level though. They kept saying that about McGregor,
yeah.
and I can see it. I can
Yeah.
feel that. Like when he used to have a little like Airbnb
Yeah.
with his whole team in, and he would manage to pay for that out of his 20 grand that he's just been paid,
Yeah.
and then now he's walking off Poirier in his £1 million yacht,
Yeah.
like with his kids with him. Like, you can't be a killer with your kids around you, and like him living in a trailer, training on mats in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
like.
And man,
You
it
guys-
looked cold.
And it's quite bad to keep going back to gymnastics and stuff, but none have only got Neil to talk to about it. But both of you understand it. You see these gymnasts in like Africa and that,
Mm.
they've got no equipment
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got like the British people saying, "Oh, I need to go to the
Yeah.
best
I'm too
Olympic
tired."
gymnastics place
Oh,
to go
yeah.
to,"
Yeah.
and I need you got trampoline tracks to train on, you got floors,
Yeah.
to,
Foam
they're-
pits. And
and all that, and they're training on like mats that are just not even mats, just a bit of ruffled up mud.
Yeah,
So it's a
yeah.
bit
So it's
softer
a bit
than normal,
softer,
and they're doing
yeah.
better than we would do.
That's the thing. I think a lot of people don't realise how lucky we are to be born in
And
a
at the end of
country
the
like
day,
England,
I learned,
Great Britain.
yeah, I learned we are very privileged.
It's just by pure chance we're born. We could have been born in Uganda or anywhere, but we are so lucky to be here.
And I learned that with Kels. So when I was
Mm.
working with Kelsey and doing his strength and conditioning and his nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
I'd got him. The way I saw it was, if I could get you to the ring as fresh as possible,
Yeah.
that's my goal. So I would like his morning runs. He used to do like Monday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I took him down to 3 times a week.
Mhm.
2 times a week he would walk.
Yeah.
Just go out and walk. Because then I could put that into his calorie control and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was still getting the movement. He was
Mhm.
still out early in the morning.
Yeah.
And I could work that with his nutrition to how to work. And then to me, his legs were fresher.
Yeah.
So then towards the fight, we would bring it down a little bit and maybe to run twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And he was literally like, "Sam, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I need to suffer." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "When I step into that ring,
Mm.
I need to know, like, there's all good being fresh,
Yeah.
but I need to have gone through hell
Mm.
to take that extra step of, I've gone through hell already, so I'm going to give you hell.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you deserve to get battered because I've just gone through 6 weeks of hell."
to be here, right?
Whereas I was thinking, you need to just rock in there fresh and chill,
Yeah.
and your mind needs to be free. And he was like, "Sam, I need to go in there with so much aggression that you've just made me run 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I'm going to punch his head in,
Yeah.
and it's his fault." And
So,
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, I never really thought about that," because
Yeah.
you forget, you sit back and you just see fighting as the same sport as like running and sprinting.
Yeah.
It's not. Some
No.
dude's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a different mentality, isn't it? It's scary enough running. Let's be honest, it's scary enough running a trampette, going to do a half out or something. Let alone stepping into a ring and someone's going to try and hit you in the face.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So who we got in this one then?
Right, Bryce Mitchell, Edson Barbosa. Edson Barbosa, really experienced. 36 years old, you say, Ed?
I'm
Something
not
like
sure.
that.
I think so. I know
Yeah,
he's
36.
been in it for a while now. I would have gone with Barbosa before the
His
fight.
record, his
Yeah.
professional record is 22, 11 and 0.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 22-11. And Bryce Mitchell, he seems to be younger to me. Again, don't know much about him. Apparently, he's got a real good wrestling background.
Still 15, 1 and 0.
Mm.
15-1.
Yeah.
That's a good record, man. But yeah, fighting Southpaw.
Which way around is that? So when people say numbers, when they go 22, 11 and 0.
Yeah,
Wins, losses, draws. I
draws.
think.
No contest after that. innit, or
Yeah.
something.
Wins, losses, draws.
Yeah.
I think so. Pretty sure. Yeah.
As if
Draws,
Kevin
yeah.
Holland has the same wins as Edson Barbosa.
That's mad.
Mm.
What? 21 wins or something.
Yeah, 22.
That's
No way.
crazy.
22. Same as Edson Barbosa.
Mhm.
And 7 and 0, so his record's actually better.
Mhm.
Mm.
Bryce Mitchell seems pretty good.
Oh.
Knocked down already. Knocks Barbosa down. He's pretty good at evading that front kick. I heard George St. Pierre talk about it. You know, the low calf kick became like a
A
problem
thing.
for fighters. Yeah. So GSP says if you can lift your front leg and basically tuck your heel to your bum, because you can't really check it because it still does the damage.
Oh, that was nice.
So yeah, he's good at wrestling. So he's picking up the hands. So he's got no base, taking all his bases away and flattening him out on his back.
I'm happy. It's quite funny. You know, you see things change in the world and sport and stuff. Obviously, the calf kick became a thing.
Yeah.
Stand-up became a thing.
Mhm.
Like McGregor's era was stand-up.
Yeah.
Wrestling is now a thing.
Yeah.
It's come back
It's
in.
so dominant.
It's come back in
It's
now,
so
like,
dominant.
which is why the Russians, I think they're all going to be Russian champions in the next 5 years. It's just going to be Russian.
Or African, because you got.
Well, I
Starr,
suppose,
Bender,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Gallagher.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, they're doing
Usman.
really well. Yeah, and big shovel hands.
Actually, I tell you a lie. There's going to be one English champion.
Go on.
Till. Or.
No, get out of here. He's
Mm.
done.
Do you think he's training with Makachev? Isn't he?
Yeah, he's just
In
being a punch
Sweden.
bag, I think.
Hamza. Yeah.
Sorry, Hamza.
I shouldn't say that. I'm English, and I might meet him next weekend. Darren, till I love you.
Yeah,
The gorilla.
yeah. Unless he changes something, which looks like he has. Yeah, I reckon.
What are you going to be?
What do you think he's gone?
I don't know actually. 185. Could he beat Stylebender?
Who? Till beat Stylebender.
Do you reckon?
I don't know if.
Do you think he's gone to that camp to train with Makachev for that reason though?
For the wrestling, I think so. And he's just crazy. That guy's crazy.
Yeah.
That guy's crazy.
I've heard.
Yeah,
I've
he
heard
is,
that
he is not
because Bisping just did the Joe Rogan. Bisping said, I think that Darren Till said to Bisping like, he's just like next level. He's just next level. Like he's just not even tired.
What do you think's happened though in the last? Because he lost. What was his last fight? He lost
Against Brunson. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
got
Yeah.
choked,
And then Brunson
Right.
just got beat.
Who did he just fight?
Do you think Darren Till's
he
just?
fought Cannonier, yeah.
Do you think he's
yeah.
just hit a bit of one of those stagnant?
I think there's like being loyal to your camp, but then it took you as far as it can take you. Like if you're just the best guy in your gym and you're smashing everybody, you're not really getting tested, are you?
Yeah, you want to get tested.
I mean, he has got Tom Aspinall there, but he's like a heavyweight.
That's my champion.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it?
is that who he's gonna say?
Fair
What?
play.
You think he could beat Ngannou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
in his time because
Heavyweight's
because
crazy. Yeah, he's young,
where he is
yeah.
now he doesn't want this fight in 2 weeks time
Yeah,
against
no,
Volkov. He doesn't want that. He
Right.
said that.
Okay.
He said I want to take my time.
Yeah.
I want longevity in the sport and I'll win when I want to win. But the problem is he's so good.
Yeah.
Everyone said you're gonna get thrust
You
up there
gotta-
or you're gonna
yeah.
get left behind.
And that's
So I
the
think he's
thing.
had to take this Volkov fight,
Yeah.
which is a dangerous fight for him because
Mm.
Volkov's quite rangy and long.
Right.
I think
Yeah, he's massive.
Tom's
His
pretty
back
long though,
tattoo
isn't he?
as well. His back tattoo is sick.
What is it?
that makes you win, doesn't it?
yeah.
I'll get old.
You're the one dude here with the technique and
his
you know
back
what's
tattoo,
going
yeah.
on. It's he's gonna win. He's got back. I got back
Yeah.
tattoo. I'm hard.
Gives you +5 hardness.
Not a
doesn't it?
chance,
Back
yeah.
tattoo.
Plus- That's the world we're living in. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, but I think Aspinall can beat him because he's
Yeah.
just naughty, man. He's got elbows, he's got
Yeah,
fists,
he
he's
is.
got wrestling, he's got everything. But Ngannou, I don't think Ngannou will be about by the time Aspinall
it
gets
could-
up there.
The landscape
Yeah.
could change.
Especially with what's happening seemingly between Dana and
Oh yeah,
all
they're
that
kind of
sort
going.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
Just
think
trying to
he's
get-
going to be a free agent. So I think
And Tyson
by the
Fury
end of
said,
the year,
Tyson Fury said this one with White. I don't know if he's trying to sell the fight, but will be his last fight.
Jake Paul will pay him
He'll do
loads of dough because he'll make Jake Paul loads of dough.
he'll do a
Yeah.
Mayweather, won't he? He'll just, I'm retired. Money goes up when you're coming out.
Yeah.
Like Mayweather retired.
And
like
they're
5
making
times.
so much on these exhibition fights. It's like you could do one exhibition fight against someone that perhaps can't even really touch you, earn that much money. Why get CTE in a ring?
I'd fight Mayweather.
Mayweather.
I would. Why not?
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have to go to work for a couple of years. Start
what
my
you
own
mean.
gym.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's
Sorry,
gonna be me. I'm gonna cheerleader versus someone.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, where does it end? Like, where does it end?
And yeah, watch the ultimate exhibition fight. Like, watch the craziest one there's been. Probably Logan Paul Mayweather.
Yeah,
I think.
he just lay on
Or-
Mayweather for a
That
slap.
was just stupid. When you looked at the size
Yeah.
difference, you're
Yeah.
like, what was the point? Like,
He just lay on him, didn't he? Tried to tire him out.
Oh, that
Volkanovski Zombie
Sterling versus
and
Jan
Sterling
too.
Yan too.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a great
He's-
night. There's what else is on that card? That is probably one of the best cards of the year.
Yeah. I love Volkanovski.
What is it? UFC. What's
I
that?
love
UFC.
Volkanovski.
So this Barboza fight is pretty boring to be honest because we were talking about something
I,
else.
I did watch this and like, again, it's probably like, I don't know. To be fair, I appreciate it, but like that,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yeah, great,
Yeah.
absolutely great.
He's
but then
takedowns.
can't lie, I was going like 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
Were ya?
Has he changed? Has he changed? Has he changed? Oh, he got up. How did he get up? I watched like when it
Yeah.
changed. Like I do love the wrestling, but I did think this fight was a bit boring.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. If
I
you
don't know,
if you
you have
did
to be
just
in it.
wrestle, then like you look at it as a technical and you think, yeah,
Yeah.
great fight.
Mm.
Great
Yeah.
fight. But as a fan, when you pay, it's
Yeah,
like,
for like
meh.
entertainment value.
Yeah, you're like, come on,
This one's probably
smack him.
It does
I-
depend.
I love just the purity of the sport. The fact that the UFC's created a sport where, within reason, you can do anything within that ring and showcase who is the ultimate fighter. It's always been
Yeah.
about that for me, anyway.
But go on.
I was just gonna say, if you win by wrestling, if you know what it's like to get mauled by a wrestler. It feels like you've been ragdolled by a T-Rex, and it's like, How?
It's like now where Mitchell's just pushing his head in. We
yeah.
learned that when I did a bit of BJJ.
Yeah.
It was like just getting that control, chest to chest,
Yeah.
head real close.
Yeah. There's also there's no room
And
for him
that's
to swing.
disgusting because you're just constantly trying to get up, but you're not getting up.
Yeah.
You're not moving. You're not moving anywhere.
Yeah, and heads are hard and it's pressing.
You're
in
putting
your
all the
chin.
energy to get up, but you're actually not getting up.
Yeah. I just like the fact that it can be, if you're good at stand up, that's great. I'm not a glutton for the blood. I don't need it. If someone's going to ragdoll someone and show pure wrestling dominance and like hit some ground and pound strikes, that domination is like the ultimate fighter, isn't it? It's how do you become the ultimate fighter? And again, it chops and changes over the years, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think I feel like you said we're in that wrestling stage at the moment. Like, what's next? Because I don't know what beats wrestling. Is it good wrestling? Takedown defense.
Yeah.
Like
Gaethje's got good takedown
yeah,
defense.
but
Wonder
then
Boy's got good takedown
Khabib's
defense.
Khabib, you couldn't stop him, but
Khabib's,
Yeah.
Khabib's Khabib. But again, it's wrestling style, Sambo style, isn't it?
yeah. I don't know what does beat. Oh, but then again,
An
it's
open stand-up game, like when they're not like that karate style, where you're
Mhm.
good with your hands, but you can be like this, like not in here.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What
no
do you
one's
mean, side on?
side on wide, so when they go for that takedown,
Yeah.
you get caught by it, or
Yeah.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, because obviously wrestling. All you got is wrestling defense against wrestling. That's all you got is defense.
Yeah.
So then, how else are you gonna do it? It's that. Can you catch them?
Can you catch
Yeah.
him on the way?
Can you
in?
catch them as they
I
come
see,
in? Can
yeah.
you keep an eye on them ducking and coming in? And
Yeah.
that's what that Mitchell keeps doing really well. Is he's
Times it perfectly.
yeah,
He's-
it's like he's going up to your face, and then drops down like, and you're
Yeah.
you're blocking your head, and then he's got you around the hips.
And then because he makes you worry about that takedown, it was
Makes you strike differently. doesn't
yeah.
it?
Going back to Connor again, when Khabib dropped Connor, it was a fake takedown. Drop the eyes, drop the
Yeah,
level,
and he
but
whacked
then
him. Yeah.
throw the overhand
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But then that annoys me because I don't think Conor got dropped by Poirier, to be honest, because then he got smacked by Khabib. He wobbled him, bounced to his knee, come straight back
Yeah,
up
he
again,
did
and
get
turned
back, yeah.
Khabib and put Khabib against the cage, and you think Dustin didn't really hit you
Yeah.
compared to that.
Yeah, I do actually really hope like
He was drunk that
legs
night,
are
though,
right.
weren't he, McGregor?
I hope Poirier
You
wins the
reckon?
title one.
Yeah, he talks about it on whose interview was it? So basically, he used that Khabib fight to sell his whiskey.
Oh, really?
His whiskey was on sale every bar in Las Vegas that night.
Right. Okay.
Every bar.
Yeah.
And on the map.
Yeah.
And he was basically he bought his whiskey to the weigh-ins,
Mm.
bought his whiskey to the press conferences.
Yeah.
Was
He
drinking his
drunk in the
whiskey.
press conferences.
Was drinking his, and he basically lived in a hotel, would drink for about 4 or 5 days,
Mm.
have a day where he's like, yeah, I need to wrestle, get a big wrestler to come and wrestle. They would wrestle, and then he'd go back out for 4
That
days and not
sounds
train.
horrendous. That sounds the worst thing imaginable. Drink whiskey for 4 days and get smashed by a wrestler.
Yeah,
No
and then he would go
thanks.
back, and he didn't really train with his team. He just
Really?
yeah.
I wonder how that relation. I mean, it's none of my business, but I wonder how that relationship is with like John and Owen and that.
You're
like
so
that.
nice, you are, Ducky. It's none of my business, but
Just in case Connor happens to be listening, it's like it's none of your fucking business,
Yeah.
mate.
Yeah,
Wow,
he
wow.
said he would arrange like he would arrange training and then just not show up.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like the class is on, like you should turn up, he'd like just do
Yeah.
what he wanted.
See, that's where again going back to the.
and then
the
still
old
went
school
3
stuff.
rounds
Yeah.
before he got choked.
Yeah, true. I just see it as more of a like, if you're a martial artist, like a true martial artist, you're supposed to be humble. You're supposed to be a killer and humble.
Mm.
You're supposed to be a killer and respect your coach still, and respect the people that are putting the fights on, and respect your opponent. I know they've got to sell fights. I get that, but to me, I personally prefer the George St. Pierre's. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the Khabibs, the more composed martial artists.
Who's your favourite fighter, like of all time?
Ooh.
He won't get on the floor with Bryce. He's been dominated. Favourite fighter of all time? That's so hard.
He got through then. So I was rewinding it so Adam could see him getting flattened, but I don't know who's come back to it.
I don't remember it.
You rate John Jones a lot, don't you, Ad, for being so.
He's the best.
You think he's the goat?
Yeah,
Even with all the like getting popped and all that.
that's what you do in the ring, innit?
Yeah, if you look at it as a
Fight- if-
fighter, not a
yeah,
person.
yeah.
We're not saying
Yeah.
like, oh, I love you as a person.
If you look at them
Okay.
all without what they do outside the ring,
Yeah.
Khabib,
But then if you go outside the ring, GSPN, it's got to be. So we keep saying ring cage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got to be GSP.
I-
Like, he's a
that-
legend.
Danaher said in that podcast, he said, whoever you think is the best out of Khabib, GSP, and John Jones probably says more about you than it does about them.
Why is he so clever?
He's so good. And
Who
when
said
he's, when
that?
he's
Who said
John
that?
like
Danaher.
the best jiu-jitsu coach in the
He's
world.
Yoda.
And like when he said that, I was literally like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, yeah, because like I do like John Jones. If you look at who he's fought, like his resume is insane.
And he was so young as well.
And he's unbeaten, but he's the best everywhere. Submissions,
Yeah.
striking.
And
wrestling.
he's got a
He's
Belgian
wrestling.
Malinois.
First person to take down DC, and he did it twice in one round.
Yeah.
Why do you know he's got a dog?
He's got a Belgian Malinois, mate. Military dog. That's like, that's a job. That dog is a job.
Yeah, and they look like Alsatians, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that someone
German
put.
Shepherds.
Yeah, sorry, someone put a post out about it the other day because that new Channing Tatum movie's out, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I went to watch it, mate. The intro come on and I was like, oh, he loves his dog.
There was someone military put a thing out saying don't go and watch this movie and then don't, because apparently when movies and stuff come out there's uptake of dogs
Yeah.
and they're like don't go buy one of these dogs and
Jesus,
the picture
don't.
they used was these two dudes with rifles jacked up with a dog strapped to their back just hanging off with muzzles
Yeah.
and they're running and they're like
Yeah.
these are weapons guys, the most dangerous
Yeah.
things these guys have got is the dogs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They're like, don't go and buy them as animals, as pets.
Yeah. That's
He's
two
mauling
stabs.
him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bet
Bryce is good. I
What
didn't
weight's
expect
this?
155.
What weight's
Yeah.
Makachev?
Is it 155? Yeah, that one. 155.
Oh,
I think. Does
imagine these two.
Makachev beat Barbosa? Well, he wouldn't get a fight after this anyway, would he?
Imagine
He-
these two.
But Makachev was gonna fight RDA, like he only fought last weekend, right? And
Right.
he got. I think they offered it him, and he
Apparently he asked for £1 million.
That's what he said, but he's put a statement this morning saying, I didn't, I wanted certain things, but they wouldn't agree, basically. But if he's fought like a week ago, but then
And
again,
apparently they're not going to give him the title now, and Joe Rogan thinks that's because they're going to let Conor fight
Yeah.
Oliveira.
I don't know, man.
He's got one left on his contract, hasn't he? And they're like, whoa, what are we going to do with it?
They'll make so much money for the UFC, though. He
Well,
always
that's what I
does.
mean. That's what I mean.
He
That's
always does.
what I mean. Like when people say they hate him, I'm like, what? You can't hate his business sense now. Forget about his fighting.
Yeah.
His business.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, what they do inside and outside the ring. But sometimes then,
I guess
like,
it does.
I like GSP for the way
It
acts
does.
outside
It
the
does.
ring.
It does
yeah.
matter. But when you think about
Just
business
based on
wise,
fighting every day.
like how much money you can make and your life after that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
love the way he speaks because he's from Arkansas and he's got some ducks on his range and he lives in a trailer.
yeah, this is the one he says now he wants to put half of his purse towards
Yeah.
helping children, and Dana pays for it instead.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, Dana offers to pay it instead.
But what children?
Like where he lives.
Yeah.
Can't
Fair
remember.
play. See, I like Bryce Mitchell already. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah, he says something about. I think
Nice shot.
yeah, he says something about. Look how angry he is.
What a good man.
Why does he look so angry though when he's saying it?
Because he cares, man.
He looks well angry. Yes, apparently Dana White said don't bother, but then he said he's still going to put some of his money towards it.
What a legend. I'm just going to take my jumper off.
Yeah, it's just very hot in there, boys.
It is warm. That, you see what I mean? That sort of stuff. I rate that so much more than, like, I don't know, Colby talking shit. Do you know what I mean? I can give less of a fuck.
I do love Colby talking shit though.
I would actually, yeah, I don't not care. It's hilarious.
Like,
His little smile,
when I
like,
first watched him, I
yeah,
was like, this guy's a dick. And then I learned that he was going to get cut before that fight in
Yeah.
Brazil. And then he was like, Brazil, you're a dump. All you filthy animals
I know,
suck.
that's bad.
And then, like, he got literally dragged out the arena. But then, like, he said he was going to get dropped because he wasn't popular. So he made that, like, the chaos character.
yeah,
he
yeah.
You know he could go into WWE after with how
Yeah,
he set
that's so
himself
true,
up.
yeah.
And, like, that's what a lot of them do.
His eyes
I'm
are
going to
so
get to interview
beautiful.
him at some point as well.
Yeah?
Mark Goddard.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
he
what
trains.
a legend.
Yeah, because he's to do with the UFC UK.
Yeah. Oh, is
So,
he?
Yeah.
We saw a
Um,
guy at Bisping's gym in Nottingham. I'm wondering if that was the guy you saw. Because we were talking about opening a UFC fit thing. But I ain't got enough dough for that. So
100K.
100k, yeah.
Wow.
And we were like, it's only £1,000 100 times. It's like, yeah, we've got bills to pay and
Yeah, I met him at Thingy. He was at the Arnold's.
yeah.
I met him
That
at the
Apiarist
Arnold's.
t-shirt.
Oh, was that in the NIA?
Yeah.
I think was GSP and Khabib there.
Yeah, they're GSP. Me and
we
GSP.
were meant to
look.
go to that, but I think you
That's
had
me and GSP. Look.
No.
Oh, no way.
And his bodyguard, mate. GSP was like, he went to put his arm around me, so I went to put my arm around him. His bodyguard just smacked my hand, which is why the picture's like blurred.
Really?
GSP was up for the picture, and his bodyguard was like, no.
Yeah, like GSP needs a bodyguard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm like, you're the most useless person in the world, mate.
Yeah.
You're worse than a chocolate knife. Like,
Take down.
Yeah, this I enjoyed this fight.
He used to
Really
be the
did.
champ. RDA.
Did he? So he's been the champ.
Yeah, he was meant to fight Conor, and then I can't remember what happened, but I think Alvarez beat him.
Didn't he crack a rib or something? Have you not seen Conor's documentary?
Yeah.
When he's
Yeah.
like, so Conor, what do you think this proves? And he goes, well, I think it's medically proven he's a pussy.
Have you watched Notorious? Yeah.
It's that one. He says it. And it just says it so like calm. It's medically proven he's a pussy.
My favourite kind of quote is I head kicked a shooting Moldovan wrestler Ariel. He's talking to Ariel Hawani. I head kicked a shooting Moldovan wrestler. Just imagine this big, bold
nice.
wrestler and he's just banged his toe off his head.
See, it's like it's like stuff like that though. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's you always remember it. And then there was
Yeah.
something on. Is it this?
Someone literally died in that corner.
I know,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's so
there's
wet on
blood,
the floor.
like someone pissed herself.
Body
and they died.
juices.
Shouldn't they try and like clean it up or something after?
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do for the blood because it almost seems to be like the top of the canvas is slightly porous to allow the sweat to go through so they don't slip over. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Marks on it.
See, this could be his Brummy accent.
Flat foot, mate.
Yeah, I'm alright. Get your fingers out the cage. I don't know if he's from Birmingham though, but it's very West
yeah, he does actually
Midlands.
start off. I didn't
very-
realise that.
Very West Midlands. Do you know how his career started? He was a fighter.
Yeah.
Turned up to like one of his friends who was doing an MMA promotion. He had to drop out the fight. Got injured, and his mate was like, "Our referee's not turned up. You're refereeing." And he was like, okay." And then he literally says like, "The next thing was just history."
Yeah,
Like, that was
no
it.
way. Right
now
place,
he's-
right time.
And yeah, now he's
Like who's like the ref now is like Herb Dean, like the main ref.
Yeah.
Big John McCarthy, man. Like you forget about him.
Yeah,
like, he
yeah.
doesn't ref anymore. But
Does he
like,
not ref
Yeah.
anymore?
no, but he
Big
was like
John
the
McCarthy, yeah.
we
Herb
like
Dean.
we like the Viking. Don't even know his name.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. He does
Mark
a lot of the Eddie
Beltran.
Bravo stuff.
Yeah.
And then we're like Drunken Keith.
one. Oh,
Keith, someone he just
Mazel
looks
Gatti,
hammered.
you know who
Is
looks
that the
like
guy
Pete
that-
Spencer.
he just he just looks hammered all the time. Literally hammered
Let's
all the
get it
time.
on. That guy.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, every time me and Kaylee were watching the Tough, the Ultimate Fighter, it's like he starts the fights. Most people are like fight or chuck in tie, and he's like, let's get it
Let's
on.
go.
I'm not sure
But
if it's Mazel Gatti
We
or
always
that
see him
guy.
in the background, and he's just like,
Yeah.
and then he's really slow to everything, and we're like, his bright red face, bright red
Yeah.
nose. We're like, we just call him Drunken Keith
On the
now.
proper 12 with Connor in
Yeah.
the back.
Oh.
Oh dear, man. Oh. This could be another boring fight though,
He seems to
because
have,
that dude took it on 6 days' notice.
yeah, he took it on 6 days' notice, and Dos Anjos has basically mauled him on the floor.
Yeah, who was he meant to fight? Fiziev. That's who he was meant to
I
fight.
reckon it's gonna be a few rounds of him just mauling him. To be honest.
You might be right.
Oh, he's touched that. Look at that left eye.
Bisping. I like Bisping's commentary. DC, Bisping, John Anik, Joe Rogan.
I like
Real
Dom
good.
Cruz.
Do ya?
Yeah, because, well, then again, DC and Bisping have been there, but like I feel like everything he says normally is pretty
Spot
bang
like.
on. Yeah.
I just don't like it when the random.
Head
Oh,
kick,
oh.
rocks him off the head
That was
kick, takes
well
the
good.
back.
He went straight through his guard.
Yeah. Takes the back. This guy's
Straight
wobbling
through-
all over the place.
Mark's doing well though.
Whips the hand out and turns him onto his
Oof.
back. Keeps hitting him in the face. Gets his guard back. Moicano gets his guard back on the bottom. He's getting hammered in the face.
His guard
bad.
in.
He's got his knees in. He's pushing on the hips.
Oh,
He's still
Oh,
getting
his head went back then and
slapped.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still.
Mark hasn't stopped it because he's still defending.
yeah.
And now he's pulled him in tight. Wow.
Great job, Mr. Goddard.
to recover from that, how the hell do you get pasted in the face
That head
like
kick
that?
literally went through the stadium.
He's just taken enough to give an average man CTE in 30 seconds. Wow. it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like, is it worth it? Of course, like if you were champion, yeah, it's worth it. But for how many champions, how many people get brain damage?
Yeah, that's all the sport though. NFL, rugby, even football. They are talking about it now, aren't they? With heading the ball and stuff.
Yeah,
head the ball.
We're jacked up from gymnastics anyway, aren't we? And that was like before we were 20.
Yeah, well, my C2, mate.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually when Neil tried to pull it off doing BJJ. But
There's one person.
mate, he got me in a guillotine, and I was tapped. We're only rolling. It's not. I tapped and he went fully extended it. And my neck just went.
Oh no, Jesus!
Something's wrong with my neck. It got like cross-faced, and it just heard it just click.
It's never. It hasn't stopped. I know like my body's falling apart now. Now I've stopped doing sport. To be honest, now I just sit at home and don't do sport. It's actually getting worse.
I think that less you train now, the more stiff you get.
You do.
My knee. I've never had knee pain. I got knee pains. What? Why have I got knee pain?
What did I do? Yeah, it's the tumbling, mate.
I've done nothing for years. I stopped in 2019.
Yeah, it's mad.
Now I'm falling apart.
Yeah.
I must go back to it. So I should probably eat a bit better then and less drinking.
I'm thinking about taking something called BCP 157, which is
Do you inject that?
You do inject that. It's not a steroid, but like my shoulder's been jacked for like a good few months now. Like it hurts after a day's work. And I think the only thing... Well, I've been chiropractor and stuff. I'm really thinking about trying this. I think it's peptide. It's like a chain of amino acids that's injectable.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Have you heard of... random one. Have you watched Andre Ward's Joe Rogan podcast?
No. Who's Andre Ward?
Because what he was on about CTE and stuff, he went 32-0, Olympic gold, and he just said, "Nah, I'm done. I've made my money. I'm out." And he just retired.
Was
he can still speak boxer. Yeah,
right,
yeah. He went 32-0, like 2-weight world champion, and he said it was always his plan to do it and get out of the game while you're still healthy, basically.
Yeah, fair play. Well, they said that, didn't they? John said that about Conor. Like damage per money, he's outclassed everyone.
At the end of the day, he's never really been punched, has he?
No.
His head wise, like
maybe the Nate fight, maybe
but
they smashed each other.
Which is why I think the Dustin Poirier first one, I think he fell over and just gave up. I don't think he was knocked out, to be honest.
The second one, he broke his leg.
Look at that eye now.
Oh, when he broke his leg, man, I was wounded because I thought he was ready for that. I thought he was ready for that fight. I thought that was going to be a good fight. Like it was going to go, and it was just going to be a slog, and something freak would happen.
Yeah.
Not that freak, but like fifth round, it'd be like just smacking each other, and one of them would catch each other, and then a freak.
Yeah.
Apparently, his leg was already broken, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going into the fight.
And he signed a contract with the.
Did he eye poke him as he did that?
Oh.
Yeah, look with his.
Did he?
I think that's what they were looking at.
That head kick.
Oh, if he got that left, then he missed.
Yeah.
Skimmed his head.
Dude, taking those shots on the floor. Damn, son. Look, I thought he blew his. I thought he was going to have a.
He's going to stop it.
Well,
he's going to stop it.
This is interesting, and I think this shows RDA in a really good light. Personally, again, going back to I like the honourable fighters. The last round is telling in this fight for me.
They can't see out of that.
Yeah, they have the doctor in a couple of times. Mark's doing his damn best to make sure he's okay. See, I thought he blew his nose out when he was on his corner. And you know, if you've got a fractured orbital, you blow your nose, you get.
That happened last week.
Oh, did it?
On a lower, not on a UFC. They were talking about it on a Brendan Charles podcast.
Right.
He fractured his eye socket.
Yeah.
Blew his nose. His eye come out.
Oh, it come out.
It came out.
Jeez, I've never seen that happen.
They were watching the video, and someone says, "I think they're gonna stop it." And he's like, "No shit, his eyeball's hanging out."
He can see his toes and his opponent at the same time. Can you imagine that?
Mate, you see it all coming though, wouldn't you? You'd be able to keep an eye on your hips. No one was taking the takedowns. I can't believe he's letting that carry on.
Trying to catch his own kicks.
So what were you just saying? Because you're saying you've seen this fight, so that means that does RDA go a bit softer, does he?
Yeah, basically he batters him for 4 rounds, and then just the last round he shows him respect. He does. He shows him respect. He's still fighting him. I mean, you'll see it if we watch it, but he starts not turning off. He doesn't turn off. He starts showing him respect, but he gets landed on a couple of times as well, and it's like, oh, don't show him too much respect. Yeah. Because he's still a dangerous guy.
Yeah, he can still get knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Problem is, what you gotta look at. I know they've just gone.
Nice.
That's the problem though. Like, you could look at it as in like, what's the point in taking any more damage? You should
Yeah.
just stop it. He's 4-0 down. He hasn't
Yeah.
won a round, but
No.
then he could knock him out in the last round.
That's the thing. You can always get that knockout.
So it's hard for a ref, because when people turn around and say to the ref, "Why didn't you stop it?" Because he was losing anyway. Well,
Mm.
he might have just got a freak overhand right and knock him out, and he won't be losing.
Yeah.
So
It's like when they split people up off the cage or they're wrestling against the cage, you can throw brutal elbows in that range, and people can get knocked out by that. You know, and you never know when they're coming either, because it's at the discretion of someone making a tiny bit of room to pop an elbow up. Or
that's
whatever.
what Tom Aspinall's good at.
Mm.
That's what
brutal
like,
elbows.
I hope he can get inside Volkov and wabam,
Wabam.
wabam, or out wrestling. What's Volkov's wrestling like?
Can't remember. I've watched the Derek Lewis fight. I think he was like winning that whole fight, and then Derek Lewis just 1-2'd him and knocked him out in the last 10 seconds. Wrestling, I can't think. Didn't he fight Cyril Gane last? And you know what? I don't think I've actually seen him wrestle that much. But he's like 6'7".
That's what I mean.
Massive.
He's a lot
Yeah,
tall. I
surely
know
you'd
Tom's
think-
tall, but he is a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
He's very tall. He's got good kicks and all.
Mm.
I don't know how Francis Ngannou beat Cyril Gane, because I think for
He
that
trained
weight
very well.
category- Oh yeah,
He wrestled him, didn't
He
he?
changed his game up completely. Like, he seems to have improved a lot as a fighter.
He wrestled him.
But I really was backing Gane going into that. But like, I don't know.
Technically,
Mm.
unless he got caught.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so Gane's gone in there and done the best thing. He's gone in there as a heavy hitter
yeah,
and gone, I'm going to wrestle you.
yeah,
And I'm bigger than you, so I should be able to out wrestle you.
yeah.
And he did.
He did, yeah.
He's
he
leant
did.
on him, got on top of him, and
He did. You know, Derek Lewis to me always looks like he doesn't want to fight when he's in there.
Yeah,
Does he?
he's
Come
always,
across-
always. He's had a rough.
He used to be. He was in prison at one point.
Yeah.
He won the last fight, didn't he?
Who
But
did
lost his original one.
No, he lost the last
Did
fight.
he lose against Bam Bam?
Yes, he did. He lost against
Yeah.
Taito Ivasa, and then everyone was
Yes.
doing shoeies.
Yes, he's
I'm
gonna be. He's gonna be good.
I'm
I
trying
reckon.
to eat me eggs and bacon.
Yeah. I reckon they'll put him with Tom Aspinall at some point.
Oh,
Oh, that would be a good fight.
yeah. I like
There's
Tuivasa.
UFC London's that soon, right? Is that
2
what-
weeks.
2 weeks.
That's
yeah.
Volkov.
Then
Tom
I'm guessing
Aspinall.
Till's. I think he must be injured because he would be headlining that, surely.
I don't know. He's not done anything since he got beat.
I don't know if Till's like you said earlier, like changed
It's,
things up.
it's-
He is in Sweden.
Looks a bit
at
chubby
All-Stars.
too. Like-
Yeah, I
Yeah, his
thought that,
face.
yeah.
He was at this fight, wasn't he?
Mm.
He was there with,
Oh yeah, with Hamza.
with
Yeah.
Hamzat. He's a dangerous man.
That's who he's training with.
crazy.
Hamzat is a dangerous man.
Yeah.
And Gustafsson is like, I think he's trained at All Stars in
Yeah,
Sweden. And he said
yeah.
Hamzat's like.
Do you remember that story with Hamzat when Connor was kicking off and Hamzat got a one-way flight on his own to Dublin, and he got to Dublin, and
Oh,
then the
yeah.
security stopped him getting into Dublin.
Really?
He went to fight Conor McGregor on his own.
Yeah. I
Just went to Dublin on his own.
Yeah.
What a nutcase.
They said that some of the, from reading between the lines, I think Till said to Bisping, like, and again, pure speculation, I don't know anything, like I haven't had this conversation, but like some of the stuff that maybe he'd done back in his home country, because it was like impoverished and rough, like
Who,
we can't
Hamzat?
imagine. Yeah.
in Chechnya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Chechnya for a start. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what stuff has he had to do back there, to get by and things. It's
Yeah.
God, the prelims start at 5 p.m.
do they? What time's the main card start?
8.
Well, it's in London, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's
Roger
good.
that.
Yeah, we've got Dan Hooker's on that one
Oh,
with
who's he
Arnold
fighting?
Ellen,
Yeah, he's good.
Paddy Pimlet
Paddy Pimlet
versus
Paddy the Baddy.
Kazula Vargas, Claudia Silva versus Gunnar Nelson,
Gunnar Nelson.
Shamil Abradkadabra versus Sergey Pavlovsky,
He just missed a head kick again, but literally the way this round finishes up, right?
and Paul Craig. I like him. He's from Scotland, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Is Arnold Allen the Welsh one? Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. But I watched.
Paul Craig's the Scottish one. He's an absolute hammer fist.
yeah.
There's a Welsh.
Look at his
lad who's,
eye.
like,
Yeah.
unbeaten, he's sick.
Look at
So,
his face.
so if they called the doctors in and thought about stopping it before, you think they would now?
Mm.
These cut men are brilliant. Like, they walk out the ring absolutely battered, and they come back in like, okay, not fresh as a daisy, but like considerably better sometimes.
Oh, Mark Goddard's just said his corner's not going to stop it, so I want to see when he stands up
Mm.
so I can stop it.
Looks like he's got a freezing cold iPhone, that plate, and he just pushes an iPhone on his face.
Imagine. Sponsorship.
Press this iPhone against his head and everyone
You-
think it
Yeah.
cures cancer.
Have you seen that the end of the round where they
Oh
drop,
my
they
God,
drop
the
the ice in
state
the
of-
bucket?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious. They drop all the ice in the bucket and they're trying to scrape it in, and obviously they're meant to start fighting.
Oh.
And they're like, and Joe's like, "This is a disaster." And they keep there's some ice goes in the edge of the ring, and they're just
Oh,
trying to scrape it
no.
up for like a minute. It's bad.
Oh, why? Look at his state. He can't stand up.
I know. But this is what I mean about like a true martial artist now in RDA. He knows he can beat him. He's beaten for 4 rounds.
Do you reckon that doctor's like gets paid so much money? Because I bet the things. If you're in like a normal surgery, you'd be like, yeah, you need to like,
Yeah,
stop that working.
Definitely don't go and fight.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
don't go and have a
Don't
fight.
go and work.
You're alright,
Don't
mate.
operate machinery. Don't drive. He's in there getting backhanders from Dana, and he's like, yeah, he can see clearly, mate. 20/20
Let him
vision.
get kicked. Oh, walks in like that. Off your pop, mate. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Definitely don't get kicked in the head. Like,
Don't get wrestled on the floor for another 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or squeezed round the neck.
Is this what you said? Is it this round that you said?
Yeah, I think he goes a bit easier on him. That didn't look like an easy calf kick to take, though.
Nah. Yeah, but he's not punching him in the head, is he?
There is that,
So
yeah.
he's still being nice.
Yeah. Seems like he's still throwing stuff, though.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna have to, ain't you?
Yeah.
Well,
See, I mean, that right hand then was like, it's not nothing.
You probably can see. It's
Yeah.
probably not as bad as it looks. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, just the fact that he's been mauled for like 4 rounds, you know what I mean?
And it's more the fact of he took the fight and 6 days notice. It's not.
Yeah.
He's gonna get paid. This is. If we'd have stopped this 2 rounds ago, he still would have got the respect from the UFC, from the
Yeah.
fans, to get a good fight after this.
Yeah.
No one expected anything from him because his 6 day notice against a fucking legend.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Why carry on?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Yeah.
way you're looking at it. Like, you're not winning nothing doing 2 more rounds.
No.
Another 10 minutes of getting punched in the head.
Then there's
Why is this a 5 rounder?
I don't know.
co-main. I think they just started making some co-mains 5 rounds.
Yeah. But the fact, look, that
Ooh.
straight under, but the fight inside of himself, like maybe he'd be really bummed if they were like throwing the towel in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
And he
mean?
was like, I would have carried on.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm here now. I'll see it through.
He's like, I'm trying to be nice to you and you keep punching me back.
I've got to
So
do
we're going to have to wrestle or do something where I can't really hurt you.
Yeah.
Because you just keep hurting me back.
Yeah, but notice how he's not throwing the shots again. Okay,
That's what I
they're
mean.
A little bit more chest to chest,
Yeah,
but
but he could be.
he could be hammering.
could be
in there,
hammering
couldn't
in
he?
there.
And
He
he
li-
was earlier.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
like, you're going to keep punching me in the air, so I'm just going to wrestle you for a bit. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good
couldn't
defense.
need him then.
Yeah, and then he's like, "You're up." Oh God, no. See, uppercut landed, knee. Nice job.
Yeah, Daniel's like, come on, I don't want to do any more damage. It's not
Yeah.
worth it, but stop hitting me.
See, he goes for the
Nice.
takedown again.
Yeah.
Needs to kick that back foot. But yeah, Moicano's back uppercut is like, it's nice. It lands a few times.
I've not
Oh.
mentioned my whiskey yet tonight. Theapiarist.com. Theapiaristdrinks.com. www.theapiaristdrinks.com. I've poured it a few times and not mentioned it. Whoops. I'll be losing that sponsor. I'm sorry the heater's got a bit hot in here as well,
I'm
but,
good.
I'm good,
but
man.
mate, trust me, as soon as you turn it down,
Yeah, cold.
Baltic.
Yeah.
Turn it off, 3 seconds, Baltic. When I was in here with, I'm not going to mention, because the interview hasn't come out yet. I turned the heating off so they didn't get I didn't want any interference with
Yeah.
any, and I was blowing.
Really?
That's
That cold?
But I was here in my suit. I got a suit, put a suit on,
Did
everything,
ya?
mate, yeah. Put a shirt on, put a blazer
Fair
on.
play, mate. Fair play. With all these lights, you can get grown in here. The temperature.
Imagine someone just knocks on the door and it's the police, and they're like, yeah, we found we saw a temperature heat signal in your garage. You want
Yeah.
to check what it is?
I'm doing a podcast, mate.
Get out.
Get Snoop Dogg round for a podcast. Some
Oh, I wish,
swishy
mate.
sweets.
I wish. I say anything, podcasting's gone the way now where it's better just to do it online.
Yeah.
But I've built a really nice studio. I don't want people to come here.
Yeah.
But you can get some really cool guests.
Yeah. What do you mean over the internet?
Yeah, just do them by Zoom.
I really like the being in the same room. Like,
Yeah, that's what
I do.
like thing like Joe Rogan. He can do it because he's so big. People
Yeah.
he can pay.
He can fly.
Brendan Sharp's at that point now where he does like a special podcast called the Food Truck Diaries,
Yeah.
and he'll get fighters to come. He'll pay for their food, but he'll pay for their flights and stuff over.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get because he's got a big platform, they get the push off it as well.
Yeah, you need the sponsorship as well, don't you? Because that's got to come out your sponsorship money and things. And
We've got some cool things going on both podcasts, Coffee with Sam and Freezer Party. We've got some cool things coming up.
yeah,
We'll wait till next week to tell you the Freezer Party one.
fair play.
And the Coffee with Sam, we've got some big things coming there as well. So
Good stuff.
we'll see how it goes.
Nice.
State of his face.
See, his back uppercut again landed, and like it's good. Like, yeah, you've battered him 4 rounds, showing some respect, and then he comes bringing it still in the last 30 seconds of the last round.
So imagine he doesn't know that that's what RDA's doing though.
Yeah,
Surely he doesn't think that.
I mean, maybe he's not. But
Imagine if he just caught RDA
Look,
now and knocked him out.
exactly. Imagine you give him that respect, and then he just fucking dumps you.
Yeah, they might.
John Anik.
Yeah, they might talk about that after and say, "Dude, like, what the fuck was that about, huh?"
I was being nice to you.
Yeah, being very, very nice, and you start smashing me, bro.
Do you watch Mike Tyson's
Well
podcast?
done.
No.
Don't you? That's good. A lot of good people on there.
He's had Eminem on there,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
I forgot about
rarely
that.
does things.
That's probably. I think they said when they're on it, like, this is probably the biggest podcast ever. Mike Tyson and Eminem.
yeah.
Like,
That's like when Conor McGregor goes on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
oh my
I
God.
can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait
think-
for the day that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Eminem will do a Joe Rogan one. I pray that he does. I don't think
DC
He's
and
the-
Khabib are meant to be going on Joe Rogan.
that'd be good.
That'd be good.
He's done Eminem seems to be doing some sort of little comeback, doesn't he? Because he was on the Super Bowl halftime show,
Mm.
Yeah, he's still releasing music and stuff.
and then
yeah.
he's just done that podcast now. It seems like he's like, I'm coming back type
Yeah.
thing.
People get like. People are annoyed that he doesn't rap like he used to rap, but like, how annoyed would they be if he brought out 8 albums of the Slim Shady LP? Do you know what I mean? Like, cool,
I said to Alex there, man, I remember I used to sit playing Tony Hawk in the dark with
Yeah.
a red light, listening to Eminem's
Yeah.
album with Lewis Haywood over and over and
Yeah,
over and
yeah.
over again. Like, thought I was gangster listening to bloody
Mate.
Eminem.
listening to Stan on repeat,
Yeah.
playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Not
doing
even winning anything, just skating around for
Yeah.
like hours. Not even
Yeah.
trying
Oh.
Yeah.
playing on
Do the
free
challenges
player.
and
Yeah, not
stuff.
even doing them. Not even doing
the,
any
like,
of that.
McTwist, just varial McTwist and stuff like that. Mate, I got a skateboard again last year. Right, I'm not joking. I started skating again last year. Yes. I had to stop.
I got a longboard in there and I fell off it loads.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not worth it. I'm too old.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah. I literally couldn't do press-ups at one point. I couldn't put weight through my hands from hitting the floor that hard when I was falling.
It's hard. Skating's hard. I was always a blader.
Rough. Fair
That's
play.
why I don't snowboard. I ski.
Yeah.
My mates don't see it as cool, but I'm like, sound.
Nah,
It's fine.
I ski.
You might not call on your snowboard, but guess what happens when, I can just get on and off a ski lift.
Yeah.
You fall on and off a ski lift, or you have to sit for 20 minutes
Yeah.
Yeah.
sideways
With your
on
ankle,
the ski lift.
with your ankle getting
Yeah,
like heel
like that.
hooked.
So now it was cool, mate.
Yeah. And when you hit a flat spot as well on a snowboard, and you're like, you've got to do that waddly walk thing.
Or when
to
you
take it off.
fall and your board doesn't come off,
Yeah.
you just keep
Oh.
falling.
Yeah.
Whereas skis, you fall and they go kink kink.
Yeah, they do. Although when you land on them, I saw a kid Danny was skiing with in the military. He landed on the side of his ski and it cut him bad. Like it was
sliced
on
his
his
leg
leg.
open.
Yeah, luckily like not deep enough to the femoral artery or anything, but it cut through the ski suit easy, and it cut like a good inch into his quad. It was bad.
What happened with these two? So, guys, we're going in. It's 272. It's the main event.
Yeah.
It's Colby Covington versus Georgina Masvidal.
Yeah.
Or Masvidal?
Masvidal.
They used to
Masvidal.
be. They used to train together at American Top Team. Like
Yeah, they were like, didn't they sleep, like, not
Yeah.
sleep together?
I
Isn't
don't
their
think they
bum
were that
fun? Yeah,
close.
wow. Da-da-down.
Well, to be fair, they probably wrestled a lot. So
I do think Colby Covington's eyes look a bit feminine.
I do like his eyes.
He's got really
so back to the story.
He's
What
got really,
happened was,
he's got really feminine eyelashes.
yeah, it'll be fine in WWE. They
Bro,
won't
you
be
could have done a
painful.
really good Instagram there, but you didn't look with me. Have you seen the one of Neil when me and Tick were all here watching it? Yeah, and I think it's Cyril Garn's shorts. They rip,
Yeah. Oh, that's alright. He always.
but
has
we're
the
just
flared shorts.
watching, and Neil goes, "Where's his shorts gone?" And me and Terry just go like this together, sync, and then we're like, "You what? You what? What are you even watching, Neil?"
Same
But then I lost it, and Neil didn't find it funny. He was pretty mad at me, but I had the giggles.
Yeah.
Because just the situation of, and I just couldn't stop laughing. I had to take my hat, I took the
Yeah.
microphone off. I was just giggling.
Yeah, when you get it bad, you get it bad.
I was
don't
just
you?
gone, mate. That was one of those moments and you ruined it. Oh, God's sake. Amateur.
The story between these two. Masvidal was training at, is it ATT, American Top Team? He was training at ATT, and they wanted some wrestlers to come in and bring the wrestling side of the club up. So Colby applied to wrestle there, brought his wrestling up, started wrestling with them, started training with them, and then they became really good friends. But Masvidal's always had that striking coach. He's got long hair, seems a cool dude, don't know his name. But after a few sessions, he'd hit pads with Colby for a bit. And apparently he hit pads with Colby like quite a lot. And then, as far as I'm aware, the story goes, Colby won a fight or won a couple of fights, but never paid this guy for coaching. Allegedly, I don't even know what the arrangement was. So it's it's only speculation.
So you making up stories here?
No. This was on the UFC, but that's apparently why they basically fell out big time and things like that. It was all over that, and they did live together. They were real good friends, but now it's all bad blood.
And at what point did you know that you were in love with Colby Covington?
It's them eyes, brother. And that MAGA hat.
He doesn't even look that.
There's the tattoo.
jacked,
There's the tattoo.
to be
Look,
fair.
Yeah.
knee and what's his name?
Askren.
Ben Askren.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I'll try and say
yeah,
something
no,
about the
don't
fight
you-
this time.
Don't you think his? No, that's what we're here for, mate. I told you it's fan zone. Who's
He comes out with the knee.
Masvidal comes out flying out. Why didn't he go knee him? Try and knee him again. Probably could have caught him there. He just ran through him.
With the other knee.
Yeah, yeah, opposite side.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying to Adam, do you rate more Masvidal for being naturally Masvidal? He was a street fighter. That is what he is. Or do you rate Covington for like putting the work in and creating the persona as more of like maybe call it like an artist in creating that character? What do you rate more?
Well, at the end of the day, I was having this conversation with someone a few days ago, and it's got a bit like the WWF, hasn't it?
Yeah, I was worried about
But-
that, to be fair.
But they actually smack each other,
Yeah.
and it's not orchestrated.
Yeah.
That's a big word for me. Jeez, the boys would be well proud.
Well done.
Yeah, it's not made up. It's real.
Yeah.
Do you think he eye poked him then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He talks to Herb in the fight. Just getting pinned against the fence, having a chat with Herb Dean.
So who have you got for this one, for the main event? Who are you thinking?
I would have, before the fight, Colby.
I thought Colby could do it on the wrestling, and just purely because when I saw him fight Usman twice, I thought if anyone's going to beat Usman, it's Colby. He did get his jaw broke, don't get me wrong. But, like, no one else has beaten Usman either. So
No one else has even took Usman that far.
That's
like,
what- yeah,
even
yeah.
tested him.
Yeah. So I had Colby going into this. What about you?
Same.
Yeah, Colby.
Only on the technical side of things. So I actually won a Mars bar with a friend called Ben. He bet me a Mars bar.
Right.
He said Masvidal, and I was like, it's going on who you like. If I was
Yeah.
going on who I like, then that's like the McGregor fight. I'd always say McGregor, but it's never good. Sometimes I don't want McGregor to win because I
Yeah.
know he's not going to win technically, and I don't think Masvidal was going to win, or
Yeah.
he's going to win technically.
Yeah.
Because I do think he's a one-trick pony.
Well, he's waiting for that knockout.
He's a puncher and a kicker.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to stay away from Colby and just tap him up
Yeah.
to be able to get the points and win that way.
Yeah.
But if you go on, actually, if you look at this is probably the best division that's actually showing how a tier system works. You've got Usman,
Yeah.
who's beat them both,
Yeah, both twice.
and now they're fighting each other, which is
Yeah.
the best thing to do, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah. Yeah, you do see.
You've
that
both
too.
lost to the champion. Now fight each other and see who is actually second and third.
Yeah.
But then one got knocked out, one went the distance.
Yeah.
Masvidal got knocked out, Cole went the distance. So I'm
Yeah.
saying that to me there. But fighting's fighting,
Yeah.
and it takes one punch.
It can be a miss.
We've just seen it in the Kevin Holland fight. Kevin Holland was losing for a whole round, goes flying in 30 seconds and
Yeah.
hits him,
Smash.
knocks him down
TKO.
from nowhere and done.
I've never seen anyone that calm with someone like Colby on their back, just defending the rear naked. He's even getting the rear naked like around the chin.
Yeah,
that
that's how-
would scare that. That's dangerous.
That's how Khabib got Conor, weren't it?
Yeah. With
Yeah, when I was watching this, I was like, Khabib will finish it from this position. I
Mm.
wondered why Colby couldn't.
But if you ever
Or
been
maybe
rear
he
naked
didn't
in with
want
the chin in.
to. Oh, conspiracy.
I
the
did
boys
think
would be
that
like,
too.
here he goes. His first one.
Yeah, you want to tire him out.
Oh, that got
and-
my voice then. I haven't apologised for my husky voice yet, has he? Like,
You've been
but yeah, I had 2
busy.
2 days on the microphone and telling people to sit down when there's loads of music playing, and you think you're talking quietly and you're not. And when I announce, I don't like my voice on the microphone. Like when I'm like, and please, can you welcome onto the mat? I can't just say, please, can you welcome onto the mat?
yeah.
It's Belinga All Stars. I don't like doing that, so I'm like, hits, and I
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
and I put like a rampage on my voice, and it just ruins it, man.
Fair play. Yeah, but
It
as
ruins
the
it.
MC, like, yeah, you got to do
I just
that,
haven't
yeah.
learned yet. I need to be Bruce Buffer. That's what
Yeah.
I think I'm Bruce Buffer, but I'm not. He can control his voice. I'm just ruining my vocal cords. Like every time I do it, I just think of the poor things going.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Like someone playing a guitar, just smashing it out.
Yeah, that's why I was a bit happy when you couldn't turn up last night. I was like, my voice. I was when you called me, I was way worse than this.
Wow. Yeah, maybe need to
Keep
figure out.
smiling at him.
I know. He does love a scrap though, doesn't he? They both do.
Yeah. How could he not be worried about his chin though? I know he was hit by a train, but how could he not be worried? I'd be so worried.
Yeah. Yeah.
As if he's thought Usman's beat both of these guys twice.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
insane.
So he did beat Masvidal twice. I didn't know if I made that mistake earlier. He has beaten both twice.
Yeah, he did. Because remember, Masvidal took it on short notice. Who was meant to fight him?
Oh, Gilbert Burns.
He did fight Gilbert.
He
Burns,
fought
but
he
Yeah.
flat, he
maybe it
flattened
was
Gilbert
rigged.
Burns.
It got
Gilbert Burns rocked him.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. He rocked Usman.
Yeah.
It was like, oh.
We haven't seen this before.
What he said about who we were talking about earlier? Not Makachev.
Kamzat.
Hamzat versus Gilbert Burns. That's on that next card.
I really
That's the next
like-
card I was saying excited. You got 2 championship fights.
Yeah.
You got Gilbert
Yeah.
Burns, Hamzat.
So
Man.
Volkanovski, Zombie, and then Yan and Thingy too. and
What
then
date is that?
one.
How do they just keep putting on such good fights?
Because there's a lot of good fighters at the moment.
There
right?
are,
And
yeah.
You know, it was a good card. Usman, Masvidal, I think 2. Then they had Joanna. No, who was it? Rose and Whaley when
Rose
she
Whaley.
when she head kicked
Yeah,
her.
yeah. I am the best.
there was
that
a
one.
Well, that was when Chris Weidman did that thing to his leg.
Oh, damn.
Oh, when he snapped
That
his
was
Wasn't
leg,
that
yeah.
a weird triangle? Like, one guy did it to... Anderson Silva
Yeah.
did it.
All 3 of them were like involved, weren't
yeah,
they?
yeah, the curse of the
And
leg.
he did it to Anderson Silva. Then Anderson Weidman like did it to himself, and someone else has done it
Yeah.
as well.
That's gonna be a good fight. That Dorcas versus Blades. They're both
Yeah.
coming off a loss.
Curtis Blades.
Both coming off a loss. What am I looking at? What card am I looking at? This one
I
here.
want to see Connor put his titanium shim through someone's skull. I've
His
got a
leg, his leg doesn't look the right shape though.
Knowing Connor, he's probably got an adamantium
Yeah.
skeleton now. from
Surely you'd
Wolverine.
think does that alter the rules? You've got like a metal shin bone.
Yeah.
You can check kicks forever, right?
Well,
Oh, I'm lying.
I heard the impact on the metal bone is really bad for where it attaches to the bone or whatever.
Well, I suppose,
But-
yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'm lying. That's not on that card. When is that Makachev fight? Not Makachev. Hamzat fight then.
Colby dips his head right and swings.
Yeah, weirdly,
a
like
lot,
in a
like-
street fight.
But is that because he's a wrestler? Is he thinking they're scared of the takedown? They're thinking his level changing. And he's just bringing those arms.
He does something later in the fight exactly the same. It looks like he just throws his head down and then he
Yeah.
throws a head kick like really late on.
He does, doesn't he? But like, if someone like Masvidal, who's as good at striking as Masvidal, can time that, it's a bit. Look, maybe it's a bad thing for Colby if he keeps throwing that.
To me, it's quite funny. Colby's face always just goes bright red.
Yeah.
He's got
Like-
cardio for days, isn't he?
Yeah.
Have you watched him fight Robbie Lawler? That's an epic fight.
I don't think I have. That's why like the UFC Fight Pass is so good as well, isn't it? It is. You can like go back. Can you still do that? Go back through all the old fights. Yeah.
It's quite upsetting though, isn't it? That in any sport, really, you can't just be a sportsman unless you do
Yeah.
something crazy like Masvidal. You didn't know about him till he knocked out
Yeah.
Ben Askren with the knee.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't have done that, would he ever become anyone?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm.
Like
Would he then have to have turned himself into
I
someone?
bet he's made.
Like you just said about Colby.
Yeah.
Colby was winning, But then he had to create this character to then become someone.
And that's not what you sign up to when you become a martial artist. If you want to be good at fighting, you want to be good at fighting, not necessarily acting. But then you got to do. Oh, he'd need the cup pretty hard.
Will they go back to there though, or not? Will they go back to the fence?
The reason they don't go back to the fence is because Colby was in a dominant position against the fence, but made a foul. So therefore, he loses his position against the fence. It's bad,
That's straight up the pipe. Yeah. Oh my god!
Right in the kisser. Yeah.
How's that even bothered him? He looks tired. Jorge looks tired.
I think Colby's just got that pace, hasn't he? Saying that though, they can breathe heavy and like that's not heavy to them. That they can. Yeah. Maintain that sort of breath rate.
I wonder what he does for cardio. Probably just maybe wrestling.
Masvidal or
no, Colby.
Yeah, wrestling's insane. Like intense, isn't it?
Oh mate, BJJ killed me when I did it. Like, I was out of shape anyway because I'd stopped all competitive sport.
Yeah.
But it ruined me when I had my first ever BJJ session and they threw me in to roll in.
Yeah.
As really? In like, do you want to stay? Yeah, with the advance. Yeah, roll. What? And we're doing like on and off. Like, is it like 1 minute on, and you're just going round everyone?
Oh, you do specifics.
Yeah. And you're going. I was just like, what the is this? But they were a proper shot. Real nice. So I know. So some Tom. I can't remember his name. His full name. Tom. He goes to Vegas with
Tom Brasher.
Joe Herbert.
Is he
the
coach there?
Joe Herbert. There's not. He's a coach at his own little. His own little BJJ.
Yeah.
But he was like a British BJJ champion. But then he actually goes to Vegas as their BJJ trainer with Joe Herbert, and the Edwards brothers.
Do you mean Tom Brasher?
I don't know. That's his last name.
I think it is Tom Brasher.
But yeah,
is his gym in Sutton Coldfield Gracie Barra affiliated?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
I'll try and find him. But yeah, he Tom Colby?
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
This dude?
He looks hench.
Tom Colby?
Yeah.
So he was 3 times British no-gi champion.
Nice.
Pan Am Master 1.
Nice.
He's like...
Nice, at the Performance Institute.
Just Joe Herbert there.
Yeah.
So he's got a fight on the UK card now.
Yeah.
Someone dropped out.
I saw Joe Herbert fight, and he got sort of like knocked out on the feet, and it was the weirdest thing. He got knocked out on the feet, and he like stumbled and still fired a jab off, but he like fired the jab up to the stars. It was weird to see how the brain had shut off and the body.
That was against Heath. The last one he fought was that dude we've just watched get bashed by RDA. That was the last person that Joe Herbert fought.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He lost to him. But yeah, so he was the coach. Which basically, it was in where was it? It was in Birmingham. Me, Neil, and Terry went just for giggles.
Yeah.
And it was just round by their house, and they were like proper shocked with how I could deal with my weight when people were trying to flip me or trying to get me down.
Yeah.
And they were like, how do you know to spread and stuff already? Like this is your one session, and it was just for me. It was just gymnastics. I don't want to be. I know when I want to be upside down. I know when I want to be on my feet. Like.
You got a very good spatial awareness. Cal always said that as well. It's like trying to throw me. He could initiate the throw in that, but I knew where I was all the time to defend it.
And then for me, it was spreading. Like, what? I don't want to go up, so I don't want you to get on top of me. I don't want you to get me down.
So you know which part of your body to extend to put the weight that way naturally, don't you? To like either slow rotation or speed.
They used to go hard on me though because of that, which was annoying.
Yeah, when you frustrate them and they're like, I want to get him down now.
Yeah, they used to. Yeah, and then this one dude got me, and he got me in an arm bar. I was stood up still, and he was annoyed because I was not letting him get up. And then obviously because he knew what he was doing, he then slipped my defense into an attack, and he just got my arm and wrapped my arm up, and I ain't got a clue what he was doing. He put his legs around as well. I don't know. And he was pulling my arm, and he was pulling it, and that Tom went, "It's his first fucking session," because I was like, "Well, it's not snapped it yet, so I'm not tapping." It wasn't hurting. And he was pulling, he was hitting his hips, and then that Tom come running in, thinking, "Whoa, you're gonna break his arm."
Yeah, Jesus.
Because I don't know when it's gonna hurt. I've never done it before.
You got 3 options: snap, tap, or nah.
And the dude just looked at him like, "What have I done wrong?" And he was like, "I just told you it's his first session." He was like, "Yeah, but he I don't care how good he is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's his first session. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, sorry.
That's the thing. Like, you can be good sometimes, but you don't know like the etiquette sometimes of different gyms
Yeah.
or different martial arts.
Oh, it was real good. It was a tiny little gym they were, but
Mm.
Fabian came in one week and I was on holiday. I was gutted. Neil and Terry trained with him.
No way. He's a beast, isn't he?
Yeah, do you think he's going to be better than his brother?
He's big.
He's a weight class above, but
Does he fight in Bellator or anything?
yeah, he fights in Bellator.
I think he's got... I hate it. We've been talking about this whole podcast, actually. Leon's problem is he hasn't got a character.
Oh, I was talking about this with Jacko the other day. He's dead boring. Isn't
Yeah.
he? Not
You
fighting.
met him at the
is he?
chicken shop.
Yeah, I met him at the chicken
Now
shop.
you called him boring. He's gonna kick off.
But I think
You know what I
uh,
mean? In
Leon's better
the
than Fabian. Well, I mean, not like now, but I think Leon will always be better than Fabian.
in the cage, he does his stuff, and obviously really annoying that he got rocked in that last round against
Yeah.
Diaz. Like, and it's annoying
Yeah.
that someone's career or fight can be thinking on that.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Now, that's
anyone
when
can get rocked.
My conspiracy jumped in there that Diaz wasn't allowed to win that fight
I thought
because
that.
why didn't he
Why
jump on
didn't
him?
he?
Yeah.
But
But-
Nate's got cardio. He could.
Yeah, he could have
I
just
really
jumped on
don't
him and
know
just
why
started
he didn't.
whacking him. Like, you never know. You're coming into this fight. It's to set Leon up. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of your fights in your contract. Just get paid and leave, please.
Yeah,
type
yeah, I
thing.
see what you're saying.
But did he see something from Leon that he can't
Yeah,
jump in
like-
because he's scared?
Yeah.
Just
always
because he's wobbling and he points at him. Diaz is there for the meme as well. Like,
yeah, yeah.
but then also don't go in because Leon's still dangerous.
Yeah.
Just because he's wobbling, don't mean he's gonna not hit you back.
Yeah.
And it's annoying that someone's career can be set on that. But I think that's what it is. He hasn't got a character, whereas I think Fabian,
He's
the younger-
He watches
he's-
Instagram.
but he's the younger generation.
Yeah.
Where Leon's the older generation of I don't want to jump in front of a camera, I don't want to be mouthy, I don't
Yeah.
want to be. Whereas Fabian could have that character,
Yeah.
and then even when he fights, he gives that character. Like his knockouts are always random.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know he got beat his last time he flew out. He's got a comeback fight, hasn't he?
He's
in a
fighting
couple of-
Lyoto Machida in
Yeah.
Bellator. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I think
That's in May, I think.
Yeah, that would be a good.
We should
fight.
go to a Bellator.
Yeah, we should.
We tried to get tickets for UFC.
London.
At O2.
Impossible.
Yeah, impossible. But we just made our own back way door in, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We're right.
That's it.
We'll tell you about that next week. But yeah,
Parachuting in.
literally, yeah, we're just gonna break in.
He went like, I thought he was going to go deep half there. I was like, that's fine in a jiu-jitsu class, but that's a fast way to get your head punched in. If you're in an MMA ring, wrap one arm underneath his legs while your legs are as well. You're literally discounting one of your own arms if he sits back on it.
What I think Colby's good at is the wrestling side of things, but not. Is it jiu-jitsu is where the submissions come in?
Yeah, I guess so. But then in wrestling, they have catch wrestling as well. They do have
Yeah.
submissions in catch wrestling.
But like you kept saying earlier about the Khabib would have finished that.
Mm.
Now we're like 3 rounds in. He's had him in that rear naked
Yeah.
choke about
Yeah.
400 times.
Yeah, he has actually, yeah. But then at the same time, like,
Masvidal, if you can defend it well, don't discredit someone's good defense.
yeah,
though.
that's true.
If you've got good chin position and whatever. But like you say, when Khabib got McGregor in it, and everyone said, "Oh, he gave up easy," and I remember Joe Rogan doing a breakdown on it. And he was like, "It's not the fact you're going to get knocked out; it's the fact that your jaw's going to break."
Yeah, yeah.
That-
yeah.
And you're
That's one,
tapping.
yeah.
You're tapping because they're going to pull your jaw off like that now. Why can't he
Yeah.
pull his jaw off?
Well, if he pulls the choke straight back,
He's got to get his head round.
it
and
can still work though, because I've been choked before with people pressing my
Yeah.
chin down really hard. It
I
still
guess
works.
in a gym though you tap, but in a fight like that you'd be like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
that's
that
true.
Tom I was just talking about, he choked me with my own shoulder.
Yeah, head and arm choke.
I was like, "Nah, I'm all right here." Gunk.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not good at it. No, I'm not.
Masvidal's like, considering how good Colby is at wrestling, like Masvidal is making some good like returns on some of these things.
Yeah.
All defense though, like
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
not defense to anything. It's just defense, which is
Yeah.
tiring.
Yeah. Takes the ankle.
Very tiring.
Yeah, like
When you've got someone leaning on you.
when Adam did a session once with Nathaniel, is he in GB squad for wrestling or he trains with
he
GB
trains,
squad?
Like, I think he competed in Commonwealth.
You said that is literally the most brutal martial arts session you've ever done, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah,
Like,
wrestling's the most.
Oh yeah,
tiring
BJJ.
out of
That was
everything.
worse than cheerleading.
Yeah.
And I love cheerleading. I try and boost at cheerleading like a sport, and we do 3-4 hours of training. It's intense. Like
Mm,
when I did BJJ, obviously I was out of shape when I'd done it, but
yeah. Mate, to be fair,
I hadn't felt like that for ages, for a
Yeah.
long time of like wanting to throw up and not wanting to do it anymore.
the dancing cheer. I'm not coordinated. I am not a natural athlete at all. Like, I have to work 3 times as hard, but the dance, mate, in cheer, I just cannot keep up. Like, I'm not coordinated enough. My striking is like, you know those robots you wind up and they're like, that's what my strike is like, just stiff.
So you know, if you ever fight each other as brothers, you're just gonna stand up, right?
I'll stand.
Yeah, he's
I'll
gonna
keep
stand-
it standing up.
Yeah, just stand up with him. You got hands, haven't you?
But Matt's a blue belt though, so.
I'm not anymore.
No.
I don't deserve
Yeah.
that blue belt.
Yeah, that's me. You ain't gonna go to the ground with him, though, are you?
Yeah.
If I get shoulder pressured at the minute, like if I'm on bottom position and someone gets side control at the minute, pushes my shoulder up, that's it. Like that'll aggravate my shoulder for 3
Starts.
days. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about that BCP stuff. It says it's not for human consumption though, so it's only for like lab testing. But people take it for that. It's
You're telling me it's not a steroid?
it's not a steroid. It comes from it's something that's
Who's
really
he trying to
similar
kid?
to.
Who are you trying to kid?
Mate, if steroids work, I'll
Every
take
time I bring
steroids,
something
don't
up as
care.
well, when I say something, you're like, well, actually, no, don't hate me for that. I'll take that back. Maybe that's it's not a correct.
It's a synthetic amino acid
yeah, it's not
produced
a-
in the thylamus gland.
Yeah, you're like, I just buy it at the corner shop.
What
Dude,
corner
you-
shop you going to?
Dude, no one listens to the podcast. You can say what you want on here. Like,
No, it's
we've got 1 viewer. That's me. I download it.
Yeah. No, it's it is actually a chain of amino acids. I think a synthetic chain of amino acids, which is produced in the thylamus gland.
That's
I
fine, dude.
think.
So's testosterone. We produce that too, but to
Yeah.
inject it's illegal.
Oh, I did forget it's illegal. Yeah.
Isn't it mad how someone can tell you that something's illegal for you to do to your own body?
Yeah. It is.
Like, yeah, that.
Okay, but it's not really. It's not illegal. It's not illegal, is it?
I don't know.
You won't get arrested for it or put in prison. But if you're competing in sport, it's
Oh,
illegal,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. True.
You can take as much gear as you want, and the police aren't going to come around and go,
Oh.
"Sir."
Yeah. I thought.
Unless
I
you're
thought it was
round
illegal.
mode.
I guess they're illegal to like distribute and stuff.
So
Yeah.
drugs, as in like you're smoking and all that stuff,
Mm.
then that's illegal. Which is quite weird
Mm.
that because like you have too much testosterone and stuff like that, your heart can explode. And
Yeah.
so why can't the police come around and get a dealer, like a dealer of drugs, normal drugs,
Yeah.
smoking drugs, cocaine, because you're killing humans?
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
it's illegal.
If you're still a dealer of a illegal substance, yeah.
So why can't you? You can't get. I've not heard of a.
I don't know, but this thing's on a website. Like this thing, like even growth hormone. Growth hormone doesn't just grow your muscles; it grows. Like,
I had friends who
your
used to go on
organs.
websites to buy all their stock.
Yeah, it's mad that growth hormone's sold online.
He's still smiling.
Colby's
How is he? No, but how is he
literally
smiling?
pasted
Masvidal,
it.
he pulled his hair. He pulled his hair. You see him pull his hair?
He's gonna have a bitch fit.
He literally put his hand over and pulled his hair. 100% said, "I'm gonna what?"
I think that was one of those cases where you think you look sick slipping against the cage, but like you're
He's getting
more
smacked.
shots.
He's just getting. He was smiling though.
I know, yeah,
Like how of a sicker human being can you be?
I know.
You're getting whacked.
When Till dropped him and he was like, "Fuck yeah."
Like how sick have you got to be to do that?
Yeah. They've. I mean.
Oh!
Rocks him. His knee
Oh
went
my
down.
God!
gets
Colby's
back up.
legs went wab wab.
Yep.
Look
Colby's slowed down a
Look
little.
at Colby's left leg, where he's been kicked. Is it no?
I
Yeah, his
think,
left.
Like, if you were the judge, would you class that as a knockdown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
think.
No.
Well,
What-
watch it in a replay.
I want to see it in slow mo.
I think
Yeah.
the knockdown's like when you get knocked down.
So what constitutes
Yeah,
a
I
knockdown?
get
Yeah, it depends though, because it depends if what force. Because if you're forcing that way, you're gonna go backwards. But like then, he was forcing
across
Yeah.
or-
this way. You're not gonna go backwards.
No,
And
yeah,
wh-
true.
What's
true.
a slip and what's a knockdown? and-
Come on, I don't want it to look like WWF where it's like spinning around like
Yeah.
whee, if a punch.
See, Colby seems like
And-
he's got it back.
And like I say, after being knocked out, not fighting, I'm not saying I'm a big dude here. After being knocked out and knowing that it is literally because your head gets turned, your
Yeah.
your body goes whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, your spine's twisting, so it panics about your nervous system,
Yeah.
which is in your spine. All them running down in the spine, they twist and it just goes, we need to shut down. This is not good.
Yeah.
And having that feeling of that's literally what what it
Yeah.
did to me. It just put pressure on my
Jeez.
spine.
Is it because like I've heard about like people in car crashes or aeroplane crashes and stuff, they're knocked out so they're limp and they actually survive better because they're limp and they don't break things like whereas if you're tense you can like break
Well, you
things.
think if I don't know, you think sometimes doing a somersault,
Mm.
if you just panic,
Yeah.
So Neil used to do this very well. And I know you guys viewers never believed Neil did gymnastics, but he did.
Oh,
and
he
these
did.
two guys
Oh,
know he
was
did.
Good.
When you got lost in a somersault and just rolled with it
Yeah.
to when you actually knew where you were, but you've come out to kick out and you panic,
Yeah.
how many times does it hurt? Like, if you just roll with it,
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
you just land.
Yeah.
Even if you're on your neck, you're like, oh, I'm on my neck. Oh.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're like,
You
I know where I
fly
am.
out,
And then you land on your
Ooh,
head.
Yeah.
no.
It's worse.
And your head's
yeah.
stiff and
Yeah. You're safe in like that fetal position though, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
Or
you
more
are.
Safe.
I used to get the feeling like if you see the sky sometimes, because we used to do a lot outside. If you see the sky, you know you're fucked up. So like you'd see the sky and be like, and then I would kind of like fetal position limp it till I hit the floor. Like I wouldn't try and rescue it sometimes.
oh, it's fuck. They slowed it in. They showed it in slow mo. Oh,
So this was the knockdown. Colby's like, it depends if we're calling it a knockdown or Masvidal landed a good shot on Colby, right? Boom.
oh my God! Look,
Yeah.
his chin touched his
Ooh.
shoulder.
Yeah, it did. He goes to the knee.
But do you reckon he went? Is that down? Like, I guess he went down to his knee.
Goes down to the knee, but he's
Oof.
smiling straight away and back up.
They're weird, aren't they? These fighters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
oh no, that's boxing.
Do you
where-
like getting punched in the face?
I know a guy that does. Jamie. He loves it. I don't know.
It's really weird because growing up with you, obviously
Yeah.
being younger as well than us, you were always like so. You're right, Adam. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
alright. And
Just a
still
little
now,
lad, yeah.
but still now, you're like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I don't know. I feel like
which is probably more dangerous to be honest. But
people think it like hurts. You know what I mean? But do you think it hurt? It doesn't
No.
hurt. It's like playing a game, isn't it?
It is
But-
like it is when we're training, but then again,
Yeah.
I've not got in a ring like you have. But then I really like it. I don't really like it, but like, do you know when you get hit and like snot actually comes out your nose?
Yeah.
Like you get hit in the face and like it's like boom, that was a good one. But then you're like, I'm still here. Like, it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
Like you always said, don't you? When you start getting hit in the face, you realise like you're not made of glass. It's
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
movie. You don't just die when you get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got movie characters running around jabbing people and they're dead. It's like, no, that's not what happens.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, you got me. You just try getting back again.
Yeah, that's the fun aspect of it, isn't it? Like the way the Thais spar is gentle and
Yeah, it's when your partner's like right, when you're not. I guess
Some
that's
people
why
seem
the
to
egg-
enjoy it though.
Yeah, like Masvidal.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's healthy to enjoy getting hit in the face. That's for sure. But then these guys get paid a lot for it.
Here comes that,
See, this
Choke
how
again.
many? Like you said, how many times has he tried a rear naked?
and not even got close.
No. Pulling the face to get the arm onto the other side.
Guess he's just making it horrible for him, isn't he?
Yeah. Never really
Yeah,
been in
even-
jeopardy.
See, we're as good as Rogan. We are.
Just copy what he says because we could be a couple of seconds after him, but no one knows.
Don't give him our secrets. What we do? Watch it 4 days later. See what all the commentators are saying. All the social media.
Yeah, watch all the post-fight press
Yeah,
conference.
see, just copy them. We just write it down in front of us. Got it full on my laptop. Not even got the fights playing.
Just scripted.
Yes, it's fully scripted. Oof! Imagine that I
know,
caught that rear
Spinning elbow.
spinning back elbow.
Kazushi Sakuraba used to give his back up to take a Kimura grip, and then I can't remember what he did once he got the Kimura grip. I need to watch some videos again. But they called him the Gracie Hunter, so he was like the one that used to like go after the Gracies in Valetudo. Was it Valetudo or was it
Think
Pride?
so,
More
yeah.
Pride then, over in Japan and stuff. Was Pride Japan or was Pride America?
Japan, yeah.
Have
Or
you
is-
watched Choke yet?
I haven't watched it.
Haven't you?
No.
Have you watched Choke yet?
No.
Or-
What is it?
That's the documentary about Hicks and Gracie.
Oh, okay.
A really, really good documentary. And that, like, no one really knew about mixed martial arts back then, or let alone jiu-jitsu sort of thing. So he enters Valetudo, and he's the little red pants, and pretty much
Valetudo.
dominates it. Yeah. Again, like, it's like no weight categories and stuff like that. For the safety of the fighters, like, I think they've got the UFC at a really good point, and mixed martial arts at a really good point. I'm not sure about the BKFC and stuff like that, but like, they look after the fighters because you do have a duty of care if you're putting fights on, not to let people like kill each other.
Yeah.
We're not in Roman times, you know what I mean? So I do think they've got a good balance with the good refs. Certain things are banned and things like that, aren't they? Like you can't headbutt and things like that.
No.
Eye poke. That's good for the longevity of the fight.
Can't tickle.
Do you think they should just have one?
You can't. It's in the rules. It's in the rules.
It's not.
It's in the
Oh,
rules.
is actually.
Look it up. It's in the rules. You can't tickle.
Ah.
You're not allowed to tickle.
No way.
And we're gonna.
Do you think the format should change though? It should just be like 1 15-minute round.
Oh, imagine.
Because that's a real fight. You don't have breaks
Yeah.
in a real fight.
They've said this as well in terms of like if you finish the round and you're in a grappling position on the floor,
And then they reset.
they reset on the feet again. But what if you've got someone that's really good at like, you know, is it Ryan Hall? Is supposed to be like really quite avoided because he can Imanari roll and heel hook you from like 10 foot away or something stupid. But yeah, like you said, but they used to have longer. They used to have longer time periods, and I think I watched one of the Gracies, and was it like Ken Shamrock or something? And he just held Ken Shamrock in guard for like 25 minutes, and it wasn't interesting, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? So
Oh, I can't. Headbutting. You can't headbutt.
no, you can't headbutt. You can't throat punch, can you?
Is a full Nelson illegal in the UFC?
A full Nelson, that's wrestling, right?
Yeah. You can't intentionally break bones.
What? That's the point of an armbar?
Yeah.
A knee bar? Even like Kimuras and things? I know they kind of do the joint a bit more.
Can't-
I guess it's like intentionally though they're tapping and you intentionally carry on.
Okay,
maybe.
fair
I
enough.
don't know though. Maybe
So what
that's-
about knee stomps? That's trying to break someone's knee backwards. But if you can heel hook and do all the ligaments in the knee. See, he's going again for
That
this
is so
choke.
bad, though.
That
What's he doing?
that chin
Surely he needs
is in. It looks deeper than before, but no, it doesn't work if you come around the front.
Sure, he needs to get the ambi on the head.
Yeah, but he's not even getting under his chin, so
Masvidal clearly knew it was coming.
yeah. I wonder if his shoulders forward, chin down.
They can't do carry on a bit after the bell.
Fight's over.
Wow,
Bell
he kicked
goes.
up then.
Yeah, Colby threw a few shots just on the bell.
Oh, he's blowing him kisses. They literally hate each other, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. And you get like all the security guards in just in case they kick off again.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Good fight. I think
Joe Rogan got
Masvidal's
it wrong.
gutted. Yeah. Masvidal's gutted. Colby did what we thought he was going to do, I'd say. I thought he was going to maul
Yeah.
him, dominate him.
It's the most obvious way the fight was going to go, really.
Yeah. He can do the stand-up, though. You can't deny him that. He can do. He's just stood up with Masvidal. Masvidal's supposed to be an elite striker. He can stand up with him. He can wrestle him.
Let's go 10 rounds.
Colby's cardio there.
The pair of them are just like, come on, let's go another round. They're like, they keep
It'd be
Masvidal's like
interesting
giving
to
him the
see them
finger.
change the format. Have you seen what they're doing in one? They were doing Mighty Mouse, if you know who Mighty
Yeah,
Mouse
yeah.
is, versus Rodtang. 4 rounds, 2 rounds Muay Thai, 2 rounds MMA.
Yeah.
So like it'll be stand up
Oh.
for 2 rounds and then full MMA for the other 2 rounds.
But why?
It's basically going back to the old format of the UFC, though, isn't it? It's slowly going back that way.
Why not just make it?
So like, oh yeah, I want to
martial
see.
arts?
I've never seen a sumo fight a
Yeah,
kickboxer.
Yeah,
Actually, show me. I've never seen a boxer fight an MMA. Like,
That elbow.
yeah,
was
it would be
mean.
good to watch someone like Canelo fight like I don't know. Yeah, basically taking it back to the UFC. Like I don't really know. any
they'll
wrestlers,
have to
be
do it
honest.
because UFC won't.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
stuck now as where that people like same as the boxing. We're watching like all these people, these YouTubers fight box,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, they won't ever cross.
Yeah,
But the thing is, there's a reason it's evolved to how it is now. Because if you put Canelo against Jordan Burroughs, there'll be an outcome where Jordan Burroughs mauls Canelo on the floor. That probably will happen.
In a
Canelo,
rule set that favours Jordan Burroughs, though, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. So what would be the point in Jordan Burroughs trying to box Canelo?
Yeah, exactly.
So-
what's the point in Canelo trying to wrestle Jordan Burroughs?
Yeah, and that's why this is. What
it's like, it's like all the boxing, like Tyrone Woodley against what's his name. Well done, he knocked him out. Good job, even though it's probably fixed, but 'cause he looked like he gives him the hand,
Looked
like go on, smack
crazy,
me now. But if there was kicking involved, wrestling, elbows and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
he wouldn't have a chance.
No.
Same as McGregor with Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather, yeah.
He
If he
wouldn't.
got to leg kick him.
Yeah, he was going to kick him or take him down or elbow him. Not
Yeah.
a chance. Like,
How does a boxer deal with a spinning back kick? Like,
yeah, why is no? Like I just said, we've not seen that yet. It's all just stand up, which all-around fighters aren't great at stand-up because they don't just do stand-up.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah, to be fair,
They're
Thai
fighting
boxing
boxers
is,
at their best game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thai boxing is like another level above the striking in the UFC, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you watch, Liam Harrison or something like that.
Petrosian.
Oh,
He's so sick.
Petrosian. Yeah, Lurdzilla.
Oh, who's that? Is that his coach in the background with the long hair?
Yeah, and he starts
Did
saying.
you see him? He
like,
just
yeah.
went, "What? Don't start now." You said 5 rounds, motherfucker. That's mad, man.
Yeah. So what was the animosity? Did they think they were going to fight each other?
He's not going to say.
Yeah.
Imagine it was all fake.
If what? Sorry.
It was all fake. They do actually like each other.
Right.
It's
I
all been a
thought this.
game.
You know how, again, completely I'm going on a switch subject here.
Love it. Go for
But
it.
you know how,
Rabbit
like,
hole. Dive in.
yeah.
Balls deep.
You
Go
know,
for it.
you know how, like, the Russians think that Putin's... Like,
Okay, you said Russia. Don't. The podcast's going to get shut down now. Fucking hell. Fuck's sake, Ducky.
Vladimir, I'm
Is that
sorry.
is that chopper?
Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking house is just bang.
How do we not know that, like, we're being propagandized to by our media and Putin... Obviously, like, you can hear accounts from America and other countries that verify what we're seeing is correct. But how do you know that, like...
How do you know it's as bad as we think it is?
Yeah,
I
again,
don't think it is.
we've seen... Don't you? I've watched the news a lot the last few weeks. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
you've
it's
seen the
bad.
news, yeah. The
Yeah,
news.
yeah, but exactly, yeah. How do you know you're not being propagandized to?
Surely, as bad as we talk about as Mr. Putin could be,
Yeah,
he could do a lot more damage than he's doing. And why is he not if he's
Yeah.
that bad?
he could. And, like, I just think if he thought
He
he
seems
could
to be
take-
tickling him.
Yeah, well, this is what I
If he's
thought.
that dangerous.
If he thought he could take them on light infantry and sent light infantry in, why did he have a 30-mile line of, like, heavy infantry
Yes.
waiting? Like, Poland's next, do you know what I mean? Or Moldova's next. So, I don't know.
Anyway, that's a bit deep, Dorky.
Sorry.
We're talking about fighting. You go,
I was just talking
I
about...
could get
like-
you in on your own podcast on the Coffee with Sam, and we'll talk about that stuff.
I just meant, like,
God.
if it is all fake, we're not to know. Are we getting mugged off by the media?
Yeah, it's enjoying though, isn't it? It's enjoyable. It's like I always think about it. If someone come to me, I know I'm not a big deal at all. But if someone come to me and said, "Oh no, I just fell out with Niall Wilson, gymnast, and gymnast versus cheerleader, but at boxing," I'd be like, "I'm in. Sell the fight. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'll pretend I hated him. You pretend you hate me. I'll act. I'll do loads of videos, and then we just fight each other, and that's real. The fighting's real.
Right.
But outside of it, I now hate you. I'll get involved. I'll make videos about you
Yeah.
just for
but-
money. Why not?
Nah.
I
nah,
would.
Nah, I've gone... Nah.
I would
Nah. Nah.
for
I
a few
wouldn't-
£100.
I'd never be a sellout for money anymore. Mate, I worked so hard before.
That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I work hard for my money, but if
Yeah.
someone just said to me to jump in a ring to get a few grand,
Yeah.
you got to pretend you hate him. Sound.
Yeah. I guess it wouldn't be that
Do
difficult.
you have to pretend you hate him? Like, is the media obligations like you have to?
That's what. Yeah, just be like. Also, we went from this. Like, is this real? Do Colby Covington and Masvidal actually hate each other? Imagine if they didn't.
Yeah, and they were actually just.
Imagine if when Colby set his
Yeah.
character up, he was like, "We're best mates." Imagine if we could just create this big, and then 3 years time we have this massive fight that gets
Yeah.
us paid $2 million each.
But
And they're like, "Yeah, let's
I'd
do
be
it."
pissed if I got played by him like that. I would, because it's not honest.
But then
do you know what
again,
I mean?
Colby and Usman did it in the second fight. After they fought, Colby went over and he was like, it's just for the...
Just money,
Something's
yeah.
just to sell the fight or
Yeah,
something.
And like
just
Connor
for
said
business.
to Dustin and everyone after, and Khabib.
Yeah.
After
Just
Khabib
business.
thing, he was like, "It's just business."
Yeah, but like the guy's like insulting his wife and
Yeah,
everything.
that's why we said it had gone that far. Like, it's gone a bit too far.
Yeah.
But if these two have said it about each other, if everyone knows it's going on, their families might know, everyone might know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now he's calling out Dustin Poirier's wife for being in bed with Connor and all that. Like that. I'm not
She might
into that.
know that. They might know
Yeah.
it was coming.
It might be contractually signed and everything.
He
You
might have
never
already
know.
said he was going to say that, and they're like, "Okay, cool, sound."
Then it is the WWE, and that's not what I signed up
Just-
for. I want honesty, people.
I want to. Dude, you live in the world that we're living right now.
I know.
There's not much honesty apart from if you go home. That's it.
Apart from what?
Going home, Kaylee. She's the only person who's gonna be honest to
I
you,
know.
mate.
You better have my dinner done.
I am hungry.
I'll be honest to you. I love you.
I love you, bro.
I love you too.
It's good to see you, man.
Okay, guys, that was the UFC 272. What a night! Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much for filling the voids of the. Ugh.
Them
Neil
two.
and Terry. Ugh.
No, man.
Ugh. We'll be back. Three's a Party will be back next week with, it's a fight night, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Santos vs Ankalev. I'm
That'll
so
be a
bad
fun
with
night.
names.
That one.
Santos vs Ankalev. Ankalev.
Yeah, that's how I'd say it.
Santos vs Ankalev. It's a fight night. Then after that, it is another fight night, but it's the UFC London. So to me, it's like a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The UFC
yeah.
coming to London,
Like,
it's
we
like a
can-
pay-per-view.
We can actually watch it when it happens. We're not in
Yeah.
the morning. Like,
Yeah, we haven't got to wait. We haven't got to
Yeah.
get up. We haven't got to go for the
Gonna
night.
Maybe plan something around it instead of it
Yeah.
just being I'll watch it when I can.
Yeah,
Mm.
You
exactly.
can have a UFC party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. I'm not spoiling the news just yet, but it's the first podcast we could actually do and watch it live,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and we're not doing it in the studio.
Yeah.
I was like, for God's sake. But yeah, thanks for joining me.
Mhm.
And Freezer Party will be back next
problem.
week with a UFC fight night. You boys want to say bye? You want to say? Do you want to plug anything? Do you want to plug anyone? Immortal again.
Yeah, go follow Immortal on Instagram. And I don't know I
Immortal
think
Kombat Academy, is it?
that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Great job, mate. You'll get used to it. This is the second podcast you've done with me now.
I'll get better.
Second podcast, we're gonna get more. Ducky, you want anything?
Just be good people and love your family.
Oh, I'm not asking him to come. You come again next week. This idiot, he ain't coming. I like being nice, but Jesus Christ. That's rapping now. I like being nice, but Jesus Christ. He went to hell because he got hung on a cross.
That didn't rhyme.
No, it didn't. I'm going for the next one now, yeah? 'Cause, okay, Jesus Christ. Yeah, just get out. Peace out, everyone.
Bye.
Sam's going on with his rants. Freezerparty.com. See you later. Love you all.